Niners! Fam, good to see you again. Good to see you again. Is the tension building? Are you starting to think crazy things? I've been doing it anyway since last time. As soon as I heard the Chiefs were going to be in. Seriously, I did not want the Chiefs. Super D is a must, fam. Super Bowl preview 58. 49ers defensive woes will be priority one. Jesus Christ, get it together, guys. Because, see, one thing about it, we're screaming and yelling, at least I am. Nobody is more aware of the Niners' previous run defense and the players on the team. And then we hear things about Eric Armstead that are, what do they mean? Fam, here's a question. Can it be fixed before game time? Now, here's the thing. First year DC Steve Wilks. If you're looking, because, you know, when you have these kind of situations, you start to look for reasons why they're happening. You know, why? We were better than this before. What happened? You know, granted, we lost a couple of people, like, what was his name? The strip sack that he pulled off on Mahomes. And it's Lamar. That's right. Menahu. I did not want to see him leave, but we can't keep everybody. I realize that, but I said, you know, that dude, man, he was coming on to the point. He was almost challenging for a starter spot. Poor guy. We would have had to deal with him, too. He ripped the AC. Poor guy. Anyway, first year Steve Wilks, does he have the capability to go into the hood and fix the big red and gold machine? See, this is what I question. Can he do it? I don't know. Tonight, going to the phones for your take or fears of the Niners' ability to defend against the Chiefs, or will the heat of the spectacular moment ignite the DAWG? The DAWG in San Francisco. I'm thinking, I'm leaning in that direction now because I don't want to think anything negative, but I'm thinking the 49ers will realize, and I got some, here, let me go over this real quick so we can get the phone. Oh, and by the way, fam, yes, we're starting to get feedback now like we want and what we figured was going to happen. Amy Trask, the little nasty thing, the former Raiders NFL exec who disrespected Brock Purdy to a comical extreme, has had a come to Jesus moment. I mean, she actually quoting scripture and everything. I couldn't stop laughing. I said, Amy, like most, right, believe Mr. Purdy's baby boy was the weakest among the 8 quarterbacks in the playoffs. She clarified at the time by saying, quote, "Oh, Amy, it's not that I don't like him. It's not that I dislike him. He does things very well. He is surrounded by a tremendous supporting cast, both on offense and defense. He is a good quarterback. I don't put him in the category of the other 7. Unquote. Unbelievable. Weeks later, B. Purdy is on the brink of winning a Super Bowl. Only he and Patrick Mahomes remain among the NFL quarterbacks that she was earlier talking about how good, big, and bad they were. I left big and bad butts at home with you watching the game. The Niners will face the Chiefs in Vegas on February 11th, Amy. Now, the obnoxious Trash recently apologized for her comments, fam, and not for the opinion itself, but for how it was shared. Oh, I love payback. Oh, I do. Saying, quote, "I've been thinking quite a bit about my comment about Brock Purdy, irrespective of the substance of that which I shared, and I've already noted repeatedly that he did what the best do. He got the job done. I shared my thoughts flippantly. I said flippantly. Is that a word? And rudely, and I apologize," unquote. We're going to see more apologies. I got a feeling. You know what? I got a really good feeling about this game. They go in and out. One moment I'm feeling hot and I'm about the 49ers, and then the next one I'm feeling, you start entertaining thoughts and maybe taking away from what your hot was. Amy avoided full embarrassment, though, fam, by not getting together with any daily sports talk shows she shared on social media. See, that way you don't have to see her. She can sit there and you don't have to see her face and see if she's serious or not. And people trying to ask her questions. And she continued with, quote, the best advice I have ever received is to, here we go, thine own self be true. And I was not true to myself when I spoke flippantly and rudely, and I am sorry that I did. Some will still be angry at me for the thoughts I shared. I am apologizing not for them, but to be true to myself, unquote. Oh, Amy. We're going to see what happens next. But, Amy, you stand by, because there's more receipts for you that we've got to collect on. The Niners on this Thursday, fam, during their Super Bowl week, held a workout after not holding one yesterday. And since they didn't take the field for Wednesday's session, they only issued a projected practice report. But that report had more good news than the one issued today following practice. Niners still listed George Kittle as a non-participant with that toe injury. No surprise there, since he's day-to-day and time off makes more sense anyway to ensure he's healthy in time for the Super Bowl by this time next week. George, I wish you'd be ready by Monday morning. I really do. Also listed as Eric Armstead as a non-participant because of a foot and knee injuries. Okay. He seemed okay during the game. He came off. He was fine. They were flaring up again, I guess. He was a full participant on the projected Wednesday report, which is worrisome. It's unclear whether Armstead had some sort of setback or have just got an additional day off, but an absence after being listed as a full go is not something any of us feel like hearing, right? Twin Williams was out due to rest Thursday, as he always does. The linebacker Warren Burks, a shoulder, and cornerback Ambry Thomas, ankle, they were limited. Was still full participant as they aim to be activated. Oh, no, Kalia Davis, I'm sorry. Kalia Davis, there's another red flag. Kalia was still a full participant as he aims to be activated off injured reserve, which pretty much is going to depend upon how Eric Armstead's health shakes out over the next week, and I didn't know that was a question. I thought he was over that hump. Eric, man, we got to have you for the Super Bowl, man. Come on, man. The trainer's got to do something for him. If for no other reason, we need him out there for moral support. But, fam, about that D real quickly, Fred Warner shared some interesting thoughts today on how challenging it is to reach the Super Bowl. Yeah. Fred reached a big game in his second NFL season after the heartbreaking defeat. He believed the next opportunity would quickly present itself. That's how you think when you're a kid, especially in this grown man's league. Fred told reporters today, quote, when you're young and naive, you think you go so early in your career. It's like, man, this is just what it's like. You go to the Super Bowl every year, you have a chance to compete, and that's not what the case is, unquote. Well, duh, Fred, welcome to reality. It's been 4 years, fam, for Fred and the Niners to return to the Super Bowl, and the team has come up just barely short in each of the past 2 seasons, but finally, have that opportunity to make amends for the mistakes made during that previous mess-up. Shut up, Rams. Shut up. I can't hear them in my head, man. And fittingly, their opponent in Super Bowl 58 is the same one they faced in Super Bowl 54, the Chiefs again. Fred went on to say, quote, I'm sure that's going to be, get built up all week, the rematch and the sort of thing. I think at the end of the day, it's two completely different teams because there's a lot of different faces on each side of the ball. And I think we just got to treat this as it is. This is different offense than what it was back then when we played them. It does have a lot of similar players. They're obviously in crucial positions, but we just got to make sure we prepare the right way and we're ready to go on Sunday, unquote. Fam, see, this is what I'm thinking. I really appreciate the growing up. There was Nick Bosa echoed some things in his presser today. These guys, this is why I think this is going to be a team that's going to be seriously hard to deal with, and it may be the reason why they do win. Maturity, because the skill has always been there. Niners face adversity to get into this point, as you know, and they played 2 gritty playoff games on the road to the Super Bowl. Anyway, you can't question the 49ers, man. Hey, look, when we reflect upon the last 2 games, I mean, it was like, if you're a WWE fan, remember, what's his name? Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels would get his brains beat out. It'd be a 45-minute match or so. Shawn would be looking damn near dead. Suddenly, he would get up and go through this flurry. and get you that sweet chin. What's that? What's that sweet chin music? And he would knock out whomever he was beating and playing. I said, that was staged, but that gives you that rush to see the guy, the underdog. He's laying down, getting his brains beat out. He gets up, he pulls himself together, and bam! See a Rocky Balboa story, right? There's so many great stories in history where David and Goliath. Well, I don't know. Can we call this? We can't call this a David and Goliath situation because we're probably Goliath the way the odds makers are looking at us. But talk about being tested and building mental callous. I think that may have taken place the last couple of days. They dug holes for themselves and had to rely on Brock to orchestrate game-winning touchdown drives in the closing minutes, which also speaks volumes for him. If Brock doesn't give up, then he's 24 years old, bless his little baby heart. The rest of them grown men better get it together then. All right. The Green Bay Packers, divisional round, championship game, all just getting beat down, just getting beat and got right up. That's the best you got, and I was so proud of them. When asked to assess the 49ers' performance in those two playoff games, Fred stated, quote, "Not good enough at all. Standard has been what it has been for as long as I've been here. And we've relied heavily on winning games on defense, holding teams to minimum points, suffocating teams, dictating how the game is going to be based off how we go," unquote. Fred, you got to return to that glory, babe. You got to get back to that. You guys cannot look like you looked in the last two games. Not the first half. You can play that second half of football, the first half. Oh, shit. Fred acknowledges that has yet to happen in the playoffs. Yep. While there are several reasons behind that, he knows they have an opportunity to dictate how the final chapter of this season's storyline is written. Bam, I just love the part, though, in today's presser when he said, quote, "They're probably looking at the tape and they're thinking they have a great opportunity ahead, and they should. They should look at that tape and they should think that. But to say that we have a great opportunity to correct that and make sure that we give our best performance in the Super Bowl, I think that's exactly where our mindset is at," unquote. Because, if they can play like they played in the second half of both games, why in the hell can't they do that in the first half, at least to some degree? Come out there and just lay limp like that, and all of a sudden wake up, whoa, we're going to lose this game. We're going to get it together. Come on, man. The good news is that the 49ers are battle-tested now, as I say, heading to the Super Bowl. They won't assume the game is over until the clock hits a zip, especially against stars like Patrick Mahomes. But I'm loving the most, is this all-encompassing thinking, fam? Want to continue by sharing on defense. I think this is an opportunity, in my eyes, to correct the wrongs that we have had. See, knowing you guys were wrong is half of it for that effort, all right? It's no tomorrow. It's balls to the wall. There's no next week. This is it. This is it. Don't hold back. Leave it all out on that field. He says, even though we played the way we did and still found a way to win. With the offense that we got right now says everything about our team and about our chances of winning this game that's coming up. Because if we do shore up the things that we need to do, if we come out and play the defense that I know that we're capable of doing, I know we have a great chance of winning the game. Fam, unquote. Fam, I'm going to tell you right now, the Chiefs don't look like they did in the past couple of years. If the 49ers come out there and play that defense they're doing, I'm not even worried about the offense. We will stomp the Chiefs into the dirt. And it could be something like what we've seen against the Eagles and the Cowboys. Seriously. If the defense comes to play with the same vigor that they did against the Cowboys, and they took both those games personally. The Niners took the Cowboys and especially the Eagles personally. That's why they can do this. Even with the personnel we have, even if you think people are missing. I'm telling you, man, don't come out there half-stepping, get it done. This is it. But I believe, don't stop believing. Hey, it's Chill, Phil.
Hey, Ronbo.
Phil, getting pumped up, man. What do you think, Bill? Can I rely on that defense?
Yes, you can.
All right.
I think, well, first of all, the Chiefs' offense this year has not been the offense they've had in the past.
Agreed.
And They're not even as good off. They're actually not even close to being as good as Detroit's offense. And
Good point.
and Green Bay's offense was pretty good towards the end of the year too. So,
Damn. Oh.
I don't think. I mean, KC averages like 17 points a game, and
Hey,
our
Phil,
offense.
Phil, and that stat, are they subtracting all the mistakes? When you look at Lamar Jackson and company, they both basically donated that game. You look at Josh Allen and company, same story. A bunch of serious incidents, flags, and
just got
bizarre
lucky
things.
with some turnovers, and if we don't turn the ball over, and we run the ball, because KC's defense is good against the pass, but they're not as good against the run. They're actually worse against the run than we are
If that could
against the run.
Ooh.
And I think CMC has a big day.
I do too. I was watching when the Ravens were running. I was thinking the same thing. They were tearing them up.
You got to block. You got to block Chris Jones.
And try to hurt him, because I hate him.
What's his name's going to have his hands full going up against Chris Jones. But I think he's up to the task. What's his name?
Are you talking about McKivitz?
Or
Does Jones come around the other side?
No, he's a tackle.
Yeah, that's right. He's coming up the middle.
He's coming up the middle against Feliciano.
You know what?
Brendel and Feliciano have to block him.
I don't have a problem with Feliciano. Okay. He won't slow him down completely. I mean, stop him completely. But Feliciano will slow him down.
And Amenahue being out is big.
I know. I hate to say it, but it's true.
Big. And then on the offensive side, Toomey looks like he's going to be out. He's got a torn bicep.
Nick
so
has already
he's a
said
Pro
some
Bowl
things.
guard that's going to be out.
Nick's already said some
so
things about those
Hargrave
folks.
needs to step up.
Yeah.
Hargrave needs to step up. I think Armstead's going to be okay. I think this is gamesmanship.
Yeah.
To tell you the truth.
He wouldn't miss this game.
And neither will Kittle. Kittle's out with a toe.
No,
He's not going to miss.
They're not even going to joke about that. They figure he'll be okay. They're even saying it now.
Yeah, but Hargrave and Chase Young, those two guys need to step up. Chase Young for his future paycheck.
Yeah. Oh, I forget about Chase.
We need to get pressure on Mahomes.
Yes.
Cover Kelsey. I don't know what Wilks is going to come up with a scheme on Kelsey, but they're wideouts.
Kelsey.
They're not that great.
11 or 12 passes. Broke Jerry Rice's record. The dude was on fire for the last 3 games. Jesus Christ. Oh, he's got to be dealt with.
Yeah, I mean, if we can stop Kelsey, then
the game over.
The game's over.
Yeah.
So I'm not worried about their running game. Pacheco,
He's not bad. He's consistent.
I mean, he runs hard, but he doesn't scare me like Detroit's running game did.
Ain't that the truth?
With that two-headed monster they had, Montgomery and...
Or even Green Bay. He's number 3 in that list because Jones was tearing us up. And then you mentioned Detroit. They had 2 guys that would just beat you to death. We weathered some serious storms, Phil.
Green Bay and Detroit have a better offensive line than Kansas City. Actually, Kansas City's tackles, they're not very good.
Yeah,
If the referees call holding, false starts,
we'll 15 flag it all the way down.
That kind of stuff, they're dead.
It's Vinovich.
But you know how it goes with Kansas City. They get the referees on their side.
Well, it's Bill and his crew, Vinovich. And I know he's going to be Bill Vinovich, and we're going to still be in trouble. He only knows one way to do.
Yeah, it's us against the referees.
Normally I don't like to say that, Phil, but Bill Bennett, you saw what he did to us in that last Super Bowl. Bill missed a bunch of calls except for the ones on us. George Kittle, that's an offensive PI. Oh my God, really?
Did you hear Jed York? He made a comment about it.
I know I enjoyed Jed York.
What do you remember from the Super Bowl last? He goes, I remember Nick Bosa getting held and no calls.
Yeah, I loved when he mentioned that. And that's
So I
going to
think they're
resonate.
starting to take their shots at the referees.
Right? Preemptive strikes. So the NFL is going to catch that.
Preempt.
Nick said a couple things
Exactly.
too. You know, well, they
Yep.
hold they
I
hold
heard
a
him
lot.
say a few things.
They hold a lot, Goodell. God, why? Oh, I wish he wouldn't send those. Ah, all right, we'll beat him. The
And as
refs can't
far as the
stop us.
Brock Purdy thing, the Amy Trapp and all them, who cares? Brock's going to be lifting the Lombardi at the end of the season. So
They're gonna look. Oh, I gotta. Phil, so much. Let me. I'm gonna come back tomorrow, Phil. Let's continue tomorrow.
yeah, Ronbo,
Let's just. I know,
you
right?
need
I was
to be
supposed to get back
talking all
Wednesday.
the time. This is the last go. So
I'm serious. I'll
that's
see.
it. We got a long off season.
I will not lie. I can't wait to get back
All
here
right,
tomorrow.
man.
You should have seen how mad I was because I couldn't make it yesterday. But I'll tell you what. Listen, I'll see you tomorrow. I'll tell you. All right, Phil.
All right, we'll talk then.
All right, Phil.
Later.
Night, Phil. Later. Bye. Hey, Matty S. up in Bend, beautiful Oregon. Matty.
What's up, buddy?
Hey, man, I'm just enjoying the fact I'm a 49er fan, and, you know, it's just, I feel sorry for those who aren't.
It's a beautiful thing, isn't it?
It is.
Probably just thinking ooh la la around the house.
I know. Yeah,
Get a
wake up
little pep in your step everywhere you go.
smiling for no reason, even when it's raining.
Yeah.
It's just a great thing.
Oh, yeah.
But Phil, I mean, Matty, the defense, I do have my concerns, but they all seem to be aware of the fact that they can't bring that game to the Super Bowl. What are you thinking?
Yeah, no, I would agree. I would totally agree. You know, I heard Fred Warner talking about it. And obviously Nick Bosa said a couple things in relation to that as well. And I totally agree. We can't play the same ball that we were playing in the last two games, even though we got out, obviously, or where we are now. But at the same time, yeah, we can't have any of that.
Yeah, I was sweating.
Not as much, anyways.
4 quarters. Yeah, come on. I mean, I
But
don't mind
don't worry
sweating, but
about,
not worried
Jake
about
a little bit.
death. Matty, your signal's breaking up. Say it again.
Well, I said I do worry about Pacheco a little bit. The
Yeah, he's a
run
good
game
running back.
seems to be all right.
Yeah.
He reminds me of James Conner a little bit.
Yeah, just not as big. Yeah, that's a good comparison. James is a monster, though. That's a beast. This guy's a little smaller,
Yeah, he
and
is.
he won't be able to bust up tackles so easily. So, but he's hard
Well,
working.
I think this is our window, Rombo. This is our time. You know, I mean, the rest of our divisions they're going to get stacked. I don't know. Everything kind of comes in waves. Obviously, I want to be a playoff team every year, but you know,
As long as we don't lose a lot of players to free agency,
for
you don't have to worry
Brock,
about
you
next
never
year.
know. We might have a lot of windows. You never know.
It's like, hey, you heard Jed York get addressed with that question, right? Jed, do you feel like you need to get it done right now because of your Super Bowl window? And Jed, well, I don't. The window thing is a bunch of BS to me. I mean, I love it. Yo, you go, Jed. Yes. You know, it depends on how you build your organization. We're not built to just fold like the Rams. They went out there and rented a team, and of course they look like they look now.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, just like the Rams. Oh, ran a team, paying everybody too much money over there.
Yeah, we got homegrown.
Aren't they still paying Goff?
Yeah. Well, yeah. See, they tried to get rid of him last year, and nobody would have taken him because he's getting paid too much.
Yeah. So come on, man. So yeah, we'll see. But yeah, no, I think this is our window of opportunity, my friend.
It is. As soon as
I have
anytime
a
you get to
good
the Super
feeling
Bowl.
about it.
Yeah, I do too.
Like we haven't talked since Sunday. You've been on a couple times, but I was just in bed before him. But yeah, I thought we were going to come out a little heavier handed than we did in the first half of that game. So I was wrong on that.
I tell you, you and me both, because I didn't see that coming. God.
No.
Wow.
No, but also at the same time, dude, we got down far enough. I didn't see us coming back like that either. So I didn't see either swing either direction.
I was yelling dead meat in the first half. I said, they just didn't want it that much. Okay. Second half, shut up, Ronbo.
Oh man,
yes, they
I don't
do.
know. You should go back and look at the comments from the from when you were live streaming the game or when you were talking. You should go look at those comments, man. You would think it was just. You'd think, oh man, you think everybody had pitchforks and like we're gonna burn somebody at the stake, man.
I know. Well, but you know, we were
I mean, it's unreal.
we were frightened. Matty, we're used to, like Fred says, smothering, conquering defense. They were out there getting their ass handed to them. I mean, it looked dead.
True.
I mean, it was over.
Yeah, but you would have thought everybody in the comments was like you would have thought they were all like Rams fans and Seattle fans the way they were talking, man.
Well, a lot of them were because they left.
I was like, holy cow!
In the second half.
Oh yeah. It's like it's rough in here.
We have a great expectation. Our standard is up there. And when the 49ers don't meet it, especially this team, as good as they are, what are you guys doing?
Oh, people come unglued. Yeah, we do. We are kind of, to a certain extent, I guess, the lack of a better word, kind of spoiled in a sense because we do have a good team. So we do have an expectation. I would agree.
Absolutely.
So if we can get this defense crap in line and really buckle down, because I mean, we're at the last game of the season, man. Like this is the big one. This is what we work for all year. This is what we go through all those ups and downs and those heartaches for. This is the moment, man. Like those dudes need to leave it all on the field, 100%, 1,000%.
I mean, you met all your goals. You won the NFC. You got home field advantage. You get to stay home the whole time. You stayed home. You laid a couple of eggs. You're coming on. You're going to Vegas. Jed's flying your entire organization out there to offset Tay-Tay up in her box. God. Oh. Man, I'll be back tomorrow. I'll be looking for you, okay? Because
all right, buddy.
We
I'll look forward to it, man.
Every day. All right, fam. He's
all right, buddy.
Overland.
Have a good night, brother.
All right. Night, Matty.
Night, buddy.
Night. Aaron.
Hey, Ronbo.
Hey, Aaron. I'm sitting there getting this off our chest now because, we're being mean and nasty to our defense because they frighten us, they scare us, they don't look like they're committed, they don't look dedicated, they look like they forgot how to play defense half the time. They don't know what gap integrity means. We're watching, we're playing 30 feet off the receiver so to make sure he catches the ball. It doesn't make any sense. We've got a coach and defensive coordinator we're not sure about. It's very disturbing, Aaron. Are we going to be okay?
You know what, Ronbo? I truly believe this is our year to win it. And when you think about the players like Fred Warner, Bosa, Armstead, Greenlaw, Kittle, and the others that was in the Super Bowl in 2019.
Yes.
I know they're hungry.
Yes, indeed. They got character.
And like George Kittle said, I will be back with Finn.
He's back. Poltergeist. Oh, God. I do expect a very spirited game, though. So maybe we don't need to be expecting anything but the best. They might even scare the Chiefs. But Aaron, we're dealing with a polished assassin. The Chiefs, this is what they do. This is what scares me about them. They look like crap all year long. And the playoffs started. They hit a light switch. Now they look just invincible, right? I'm sitting there watching this and I'm thinking, who the hell are these people? They didn't look like this all year long. And all of a sudden now, they're sending Josh Allen and his group, get the hell out of here. They come up with Lamar Jackson. They ran him out of his own house. Really? I still don't believe it. So that's what I'm saying. What are we going up against here? And can the defense come out? They cannot come out there half-stepping Oh, it's worrisome. I don't believe they're going to do it, though. I think we're okay. Damn it, Niners. Ooh.
Yeah, and you know, what's the ref's name? Bill
Bill
Vinovich?
Vinovich. It's Vinovich, but Vinovich.
Yeah.
It's going to be an obstacle. He's
So
going to be just like playing the Chiefs. The Chiefs and Vinovich.
yeah, so it'll probably the Niners versus Chiefs in the refs.
Which is not right. It's just not right. So that's why they have to
I
get out to a
know.
lead early, because if you get behind, Vinovich is going to become a factor.
So yeah, man, it's gonna be interesting. So but we gotta improve our run defense because Aaron Jones and the Lions' two running backs
Just cut us up like a surgeon. Just one precise cut after I didn't even stitch it back up. I'll have to send there bleeding. That's why I thought we were dead meat.
yeah, and Isaiah Pacheco is good, but he's not as explosive like Jahmyr Gibbs and
Oh yeah. No, yeah,
you know.
he's I'd rank him behind both. I mean, Jones, he's not Jones. Gibson and Montgomery. Is this Montgomery? Gibson and Montgomery? Shh. Had they been smart, stop making Garrett Goff throw the ball. Just let Gibbs and Montgomery tear the 49ers up. That would have worked. They went away from it. Just like the Lamar Jackson and company, right? Lamar's not even being Lamar. He's out there playing pocket quarterback. I'm looking at this. I'm thinking, why did they make Lamar throw? Lamar, use what you do. Make him scared that you're going to run. He wasn't even doing that. And then he's got Flowers is doing all kind of stupid stuff. So I'm thinking, if we avoid this team is okay, but they're not above everybody else. Not like they once were.
Yeah, I mean like early in the season, like they were, struggling, but once they got in in the playoffs, they turned up. So
It's like
yeah, so Hargrave and Chase Young needs to step up.
yeah, everybody out there. The defense needs to step up. I mean, even the secondary too. I'm looking at Valdez Scantling. Do you see that catch he made at the end of the game to put the knife in the throat of the
Yeah.
he hasn't done that all year. So what is with Valdez? What is that catch? He hasn't done that all season. Oh man.
I know.
What, they've been laying dead or something before the playoffs? Okay. I don't want any miracles beating us. That's what I'm thinking. Wow. Man.
Yeah. So I'm wondering if we could, for our offensive line, maybe Trent block some other edge rusher and put two guys on Chris Jones because Charles Omenihu is out for the season.
I know, right? We may have a break there. Unfortunately, I wanted the Chiefs to be full strength, but it looks like we might have a break. Now it just makes it more embarrassing if we can't beat them. Anyway, Aaron, we got to go. I'll be back tomorrow, and let's continue.
All right, Ronbo.
Thanks, Aaron. Appreciate you getting in here, fam. Oh, man. And just like Zipper says, no, they didn't run him out of his house, the Ravens. Also, anybody that thinks the Ravens dog walked, if you watch the game, you know that was not the case. The 49ers dog walked the 49ers. The Ravens did a minimum amount of work, okay? I'm not saying just do red gold glasses. Look at the stats. You tell me if the 49ers didn't donate that game with 100 yards of penalties and 2 bizarre INTs. Wait, your turn. Okay, that's it. Who's gonna get it? Oh, let's let Raven have it. Fuck. Delaney.
Hey, Ronbo.
Delaney, man, sitting back here, and how you doing, man? I haven't talked to you. I've seen this name in a long time. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm over here. Like I said, I'm in Massachusetts.
All right.
And I had to move out of California, but I'm still a Niners fan, die hard.
At least you have to put up with the Patriots because they're getting the butt beat all the time.
Hey, I'm not. You know what? They in love with Tom Brady still.
I know.
They're not really excited about the new coach. I'm not worried about them, Ronbo. I'm worried about us.
Oh, yeah, good reason to.
And I just need everybody in that locker room, 49ers locker room, to understand there's a lot riding on this. Yes. There's a whole lot riding on this. And it's like, y'all handle pressure real good throughout the year, but you know what? You got to really take it to the Chiefs because they're not going to just come and let you do it.
Because they know what they're doing.
So they got you got to really take it to them. So I need Brock Purdy to do what he does. I need Kittle to do what he does. I need everybody to play their role. This game is way too important. This is a lot of people. This is the revenge game, rematch, all that. We already had a game like that this year, like you already mentioned earlier. When we put our passion into it, we do what we're supposed to do.
Yes.
So I need them not to just stand away from receivers when the ball is coming to them. I want blood everywhere. That's about it.
That's right.
So
and they should be thinking that way too.
I think we'll do it. I think we can do it. I want to hear people, whoever was on ESPN and First Take talking crap about Brock Purdy. If he wins this Super Bowl, they got to shut up. They got to shut up and let his numbers be greater on that night than Patty Mahomes. Let his numbers be way greater than him, and then you definitely got to shut up. I'm already giving him his props.
Ryan Clark has already stopped and backed everything up. I mean, he backed it all the way up too. So, but you still got was it Speak? No, it's First Take. No, not First Take. Get Nick right. Nick's still sitting there. Listen, I'm not going to retract anything I said. Brock Purdy's not even the best guy. He's not even the MVP on his team. I said, Nick, somebody need to get you outside and just sort of make you, boy, he makes you want to physically hurt him. The dude is he just won't give it up. God.
And I mean, the thing of it is, after we win the Super Bowl, then the whole talks and the votes can go out about who's MVP of the year, this and that and the other. We'll deal with that. That's that's family business. But honestly, I think if we get this Super Bowl, hey, listen, you're gonna have to pay him. You're gonna have to pay Brock Purdy.
I know, I'm worried about that.
Just period.
You compensate him in a way where he can't miss. I was like, Brock, you throw for 100 yards this year, we're going to give you $1 million. For every first down you get, another $1 million. You keep on adding those incentives. I don't know if the league has rules and regulations against that kind of thing, but you can make his salary big without having to pay him to hurt the baseline. Hurt the salary cap.
Absolutely. And also too, Brock, we got to do something about this offensive line because when Brock is relaxed in that pocket, he can throw.
Yeah.
He can throw. He can deliver. But at the same time, I need Kyle to calm down and relax about him being a little pocket passer. He got to get out of that pocket to see that he didn't.
Get him out, let him roll.
So it's just like you can't hit what you can't see.
Damn right.
So get back up a little bit. Look at your targets. If you ain't got no targets, then you got to think quick. And Brock knows how to do that.
Hey, he did that at Iowa too, from what I understand. And that's why Brock is great. I was trying to figure out, why does he know how to handle this? Because he does a real good job of it. In fact, Delaney, I'm concerned if you do give him a pocket, he may not know how to act. Brock is used to being under siege on every throw. So when you see him doing making those miracle plays and things like that, I don't know. Maybe that's what he likes.
That's what he does. That's what he does. And I'm tired of the talk about him being a systemic quarterback. I'm just tired of it.
He's made more plays this year.
The way the way he, it was shaking, and I was screaming at my TV and then also my radio because I was listening to it while driving. And it's like, yeah, to bring them back from the rear and then to the front,
24.
That's stuff that quarterbacks do that are
legends.
Great.
Just use the word. That's Montana. That's young.
Yeah.
That's Mahomes. Hell, you know what?
Yeah.
He's 24. He's a year and a half in the league. He's not gonna get that kind of love. He does this year, and next year they're gonna have to get off of him. They have to.
Right.
They have no choice.
They got. It's just my thing of it is when he gets a Super Bowl ring on his hand. Listen, just go ahead, call his agent up right now. He start at $300 million. And by the time I get back to the room, y'all better have it figured out with a check on the table.
He's got one more year. I think the 49ers are going to work with him in a way. He just got a deal from Toyota today. They're going to give him big bucks. The 49ers probably engineered that, But the thing is, you watch and see, because the 49ers are going to probably add a little here, add a little there, and say, Brock, we need one more year from you. We're going to get some more great players around you, and then we're going to go from there. And, we're going to pay you.
Yeah, but if he wins, he better get paid now. He better not be getting little stuff. He better be getting big paid.
Just
so
the purse alone.
He's earned my respect, and everybody has to do their thing. Offensive line has to step up. I needed to protect Brock. So,
okay. Fam, great to hear from you. I'll be back tomorrow if you got some time. Let's do this again tomorrow.
Okay, no problem.
All right. Delaney. All right, fam. Have a great night.
Right.
Nigel.
Hey, what's up, Ronbo?
Nigel, looking forward. We can stay relaxed. And we only get to stay relaxed like a lot of football fans. We're sitting on pins and needles still here in the month of February on the edge of spring. I love this season, man. But I'm scared, Nigel.
Yeah.
We won't come this far just to lose. It's time for the Chiefs to lose. They've done enough.
Yeah.
They got 3 rings. Is it 2? 3 rings.
Tell me about it.
Yeah, they got 3.
Yeah.
They have 2. We're mixing up. They've been there 4 times.
How many? They got 2.
Yeah, they got 2. They don't need 3. Let us have 1.
Yeah.
And we'll fight for the second one next year.
Yeah, I think. Right. Yeah. I mean, you're right, man. I hope. I mean, there's like the narrative. I mean, the media is going to go crazy one way or another. It's going to go crazy. But yeah, everything that you said on your opener before you took the calls were, I mean, I was like, dang, I was thinking about the same exact things. A lot of the stuff that you were talking about. And I think it's kind of obvious out there. I mean, it's our defense. We haven't been playing good in the first halves of these games. And then at the end, we're just killing them. And I don't know exactly why that is. Whether it feels like an effort thing and a mental thing.
They showed that true. That's true. They showed it. How come they played so much better in the second half? I mean, that's.
Because I was thinking, I'm like, are they getting tired? And that might still be a possibility, and it takes them maybe just a little bit longer to warm up, and that first breath kind of gets out of them real quick, and they got to get that second breath in, But I don't know. I don't know what the deal is there, but I will say.
But you're talking 3 long seasons in a row, right?
That's the thing too.
Seasons in a row, yeah. So I'm sympathetic, but
Yeah. I think, but here's where I'm hoping that that first bye week is going to help out a little bit more too, and that they haven't played those 3 games like Kansas City did. Although Kansas City didn't really have emotional games like we did, they still had more games. So hopefully that's going to come and help them heal up, especially like Debo, because we're going to need him at full maximum potential in this game. I mean, everybody, as far as I'm concerned, has to play their best, or at least close to their best in this game to beat somebody like Patrick Mahomes, because that dude's just a wizard with the ball, and Brock Purdy is showing that he can hang there. I mean, I think that a lot of people are scared right now, especially in the media, to really just call out what we're kind of looking at, because Brock Purdy had better statistics than Patrick Mahomes did this year, Ronbo.
By a long shot.
Virtually on everything, right?
It is. Real.
And he's in the running for MVP, or he was a finalist for the MVP award. All these things that we know and that are just facts. I mean, these are just facts. You know what I'm saying? Like, he came back from a 17-point deficit in the NFC Championship game, something that's never been done before, on his back.
Yes.
With this season. Like, you cannot tell me that this kid is not doing something special. I don't care what anybody says. When I look at it with my eyes and I look at the stats, I'm like, this dude is a baller. And he could really be, top 3 definitely if he wins a Super Bowl. As far as I'm concerned, I'm not going to get into who he bumps in or out, but I mean, with everything he's done, Ronbo, I mean, come on.
You got to give him credit.
You could
looking at his draft status and everything else. Just give him his due. If he got it done, he got it done. That's all that matters. God.
Yeah, but I've been giving him a lot of praise every time I call in anyway. But we do have to look at the other side of the field and just his other teammates in general. And we got a lot of all pros on the team. These guys like George Kittle, Fred Warner, all the guys that played in 2019, Debo, Nick Bosa, they want that back. You could tell just by it. And they're going about this in a business way as well. But I'm just hoping that these other 2 games are kind of like, just what they've been doing all season, kind of had these little slumps here and there, and then obviously come out and win games and look good. But I'm hoping that it all comes together and everybody just, they play that. I mean, play to their potential. But I think definitely Nick Bosa on the defensive side of the ball, I hope he has the game of his life. He's probably going to need it to help at least slow down Mahomes a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Nigel,
did you hear what he said in his presser, though?
Yeah,
my emotions, I'm keeping them under control. Nick's having trouble containing himself. What is the overly excited Nick? Because Nick's laying up there doing the presser, and you swear he just smoked several bowls before he came in. He always looks like that to me. Nick, man, you're so laid back, man. I don't get it, man. I want to see you get crazy. But they just showed a few films of him all mic'd up, and he looked a little bit excited. But Nick doesn't get crazy. But he will get crazy when he's working,
the number one defensive paid defensive end in the whole league. I mean, he's the best of the best, So his matchup, we talk about like Brock versus Mahomes. In reality, they're playing each other's defenses.
Yeah.
And on that other side of Mahomes, you can't really. He's proven you can't stop him. But I'm hoping on the offense we take control of the ball, clock management.
Yes.
Keep the ball out of his hands.
Yes.
And hopefully the defense bends but doesn't break. That's what I'm hoping for.
Run as much as possible, throw when you need to. Exactly. Keep him on the bench.
Yeah, that's what I would like to see, is him on the bench as much as possible while just Brock is out there showing his wizardry and the stuff that he can do. So, I'm super hyped up, Ronbo. I live in the middle of Missouri, right? I've gotten already invited to 4 Super Bowl parties. Today I was getting my work vehicle's oil changed at a Jiffy Lube.
Okay.
Pulled up, and this guy comes out, has a 49ers cap on. I'm like, my gosh, we're representing all over the place, man.
That's
all over the place. We're representing. So
I love it. Yep. We got to go, fam. I'm going to be back again tomorrow, and let's continue.
All right.
All right.
Cool. Thanks for taking my call, man. Have a good night.
Always a pleasure, fam. Talk to you later. There's Nigel. Hey, yo, Steven and Ro.
What's going on, Ronbo?
Man, this is we got to get. It's like group hugs all the way up to the Super Bowl. What I don't want to hear is something bad happened in practice today. Every time I look, and the first thing I look for, all right, are we okay? Okay. Oh, Eric Armstead missed practice. Okay, can't be serious. George Kittle, not a problem. I know George will be back. They couldn't stop him. If we could just go a few more days with nothing but positive health reports, everything else will take care of itself. Steven, what are you thinking, man? Can that defense do it? Can they be trusted? Can Wilks come up with solutions and not be a part of the problem?
Well, Ronbo, I haven't been wrong. I haven't been wrong yet, so knock on wood.
Okay.
I think we'll be all right.
All right.
I think we'll be A-okay for the simple fact that, we've proven that we can play at a higher level. Because what I think a lot of people don't understand and what people kind of want to I guess you should say, like, you should read between the lines, you know what I mean, with the Niners, especially with the win they took on Sunday. Because I don't think another team pull off a win like that twice back to back. It almost felt like they were playing with food for a little bit. If you look back at it, it's just like
or a cat playing with a toy. Exactly. You're right.
Yeah. And maybe I'm getting ahead of myself, but it looked like they overlooked. And they obviously, you could tell they overlooked the Green Bay Packers. For some reason, they overlooked them.
Steve, you really believe that? I've given every reason except for that. I cannot believe they went into that game thinking they could cakewalk it. No way. But maybe they did.
Oh, yeah. No, you could tell. Rumble, you could tell. They thought they would be able to just kind of walk right through and not worry about it. And then, on top of that, they thought, oh, yeah, we're going to have a pretty good game. We should be able to stop the run. So they overlooked Montgomery. They didn't count on the fact that Sam Laporta or Amon St. Brown were going to be a huge factor.
But everybody's about Gibbs.
Amon St. Brown didn't really have that good of a game. It was mainly Montgomery. So they had all their focus on Amon St. Brown and Sam Laporta, but had no idea how to stop Gibbs or Montgomery.
Clear.
So, and it was just that second half adjustment. I think it was more or less like, oh shit, we're about to lose. Like, we kind of need to step it up. It almost felt like they were kind of just, like I said, playing with their food, not really, playing the game, but kind of just thinking that they could just walk right through because they were the number one seed.
We're the 49ers. Don't nobody beat us. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Keep thinking that way.
That's exactly what it looked like. I mean, if you watch the tape, it literally looked like that. They were just kind of like, huh. Because who was it that ran it in on us against Detroit?
Gibbs?
Was it Williams? Yeah, it was Williams.
Was it Williams? Oh, yeah.
No.
He took his turn, too. Yeah.
Everyone on that defensive side was just baffled, like, oh, you're not supposed to do that. That's not supposed to happen to us.
It's like,
whoa,
better wake the hell up. Okay, let's play. God.
So they already started off on their back foot because they went into that NFC game thinking, oh, yeah, we should be able to just walk right through the line. And you know what, Ronbo? I'm not going to lie to you. I thought the same, we all thought that same thing. Granted, I didn't. But because I knew what, the Lions were bringing, and I was like, yeah, Montgomery's going to be a fucking problem. Because I would even go so much as saying is, I think he's a more harder to stop running back than Marshawn Lynch. Like, I think he's that good of a running back because the way how he's built, how he runs. Yeah. I mean, the guy broke through our defense and made it look like paper.
Yeah, but Marshawn ran like a man under. I'm convinced that Marshawn tooted up before the game. Nobody ever checked him out because Marshawn played like something like an animal. When he come running through there with all that, you look at him like, damn, is he possessed? What's wrong with him? Lynch was scary. This guy's good, but
Marshawn said he used to take shots at Henny before he took off on his runs before the game.
He wasn't.
That's
just
a Hennessy type of anger.
But the thing is, he wasn't just normal. I mean, had a glass of milk type of thing. You know what I mean? Lynch was frightening. I hated when he got the ball.
He had that built-in hood. What was it? Hood cheat code.
Oh yeah, and that mentality. Marshawn Lynch, he's that guy that flips off the world on every aspect. You know what I mean? You're not going to get him to change anything about himself, yet he's just a beast. I mean, the guy oh my God, he used to scare me every time he got the ball. And those are the days when the Hawks were really kicking our butt on a daily basis. Lynch with the ball, and he's going to break it. Oh, man, here we go. From the beginning of the game, I hated playing the Chiefs when he was there. I mean the Hawks.
But you know what,
Ronbo? Now, Hawks, don't laugh. Go ahead.
we ain't tripping about the Hawks now. That's for damn sure.
I know.
But
God, who was that?
No, on the high note, Ronbo, I think we're going to be okay. I think we're going to win pretty convincingly. Like it is going to be a defensive matchup, and I was kind of analyzing the Chiefs. Their corners are not that bad. Their whiteout coverage is pretty good, but they're lacking solidness in the front four and up the middle. So it's a running back to the light at that point. But then same could be said about us too. But here's the problem for Kansas City. We got 3 running backs that can run. The only downside is that one's made out of glass. The other one we run down in the ground. And what was it? And one has ball security problems. However,
we haven't seen that, but we heard about it. Yeah.
However, Ronbo,
yes.
If there is ever a point in time where I will ever say Kyle Shanahan should burn McCaffrey into the ground, this is that game.
It's okay. There's no tomorrow.
Yeah. Like McCaffrey's waiting for this moment his entire career.
I know,
If I'm Kyle, McCaffrey, go. Do your thing. Go return a kick. Go return a punt.
You got to give me. Debo's got to have some because they didn't do a good job with him last time. I'm betting they might not do a good job with him this time. Kyle knows he owes Debo. He should have kept running Debo last time. Anyway, Steve, we got to go. I'm going to be back tomorrow. Let's continue.
All right, Ronbo. You have a good night, all right?
You too. You're a little Steve. And Mrs. Steven. Night, fam. Ah, man. You know, here's another factor we're not looking at. Can Kyle this time out-coach Andy Reid? Not what really worries me? Andy Reid versus Steve Wilks. Oh, that bothers me. Hey, Tony. Oh, wait, sorry. Wait, Tony, hold on. Get your groove on. Says Debo and Trent should be blasting out a Taylor Swift song as they lead the team out of the tunnel. make them crazy. Thanks for all you do for the Empire. Get your groove on. Thank you for giving me the pleasure, fam. Appreciate you. Thanks for that contribution. Hey, Tony.
Ronbo.
Tony. Tony, man, we got all kinds of things to be worried about, and I'm worried about all of them. I'm trying to relax and be like some people, la-di-da, we got this, but I can't do it. Tony, what do you think?
Can't relax.
Yeah, I know. This is a Super Bowl. Tony, what do you think about the defense, though? Are they going to be able to answer the bell?
Look, my concerns are Shanahan's lost 2 Super Bowls exactly the same way. And with Atlanta and the 49ers, and that is he stopped in both games, he stopped running the ball in the second half. And with our game, Debo was terrorizing these boys. Yeah. And how many times did Debo get the ball in the second half, Ronbo?
Not enough. I mean, somebody said that number. It's staggering. 2 or
0.
0.
It's 0.
That's right. That's what was crazy. He didn't even go back.
0. No. And he stopped running the ball. But if I was Kyle, which I'm not, I would start this game off completely different. I would even go as far as say to Brock Purdy, if you get a chance, brother, go for a couple of runs. Don't try and kill yourself or get hurt, but just go for a couple of runs so it opens them up a little bit because they're going to try and stack the box and put pressure on you, right? Yeah. If he goes for a couple of runs, that'll nullify that. 2, Debo's going to be doubled. Ayuk probably will be doubled. And I'd start the game off, instead of throwing it to any of my playmakers, first throw, I'll throw it to Juszczyk.
Yep.
Second throw,
on the same page. Yep.
Second throw, I'll throw it to Jennings. So they don't know what the hell's going on.
Then I'm going to bring Ross Dwelly in next and have him sit dual tight end situation. Go to Dwelly because they're going to be all over Kittle like a cheap suit as well.
Confuse them right from the start. Then they'll probably leave Ayuk or whatever. Then you look for Kittle, and you just keep going around and around. You know what I mean? But I think the boys that were there last time want to come out so fired up that they want to stick it up their a-holes, and they're going to want revenge for this game. And Trent Williams, can you imagine what Trent Williams is going to say before they run out onto the field, Ronbo?
Can't imagine.
You know, it's his first Super Bowl. He's gonna want this like blood. There's going to be blood in the water. And another thing I would say to the team, to the defense, don't overrun Mahomes. Don't run past him. Keep him in front of you, because if you run past him, you're going to open up a hole and he's going to take off. Right? And I know a lot of people are saying, oh, Pacheco's not really that much to worry about, but you have a look at a few clips of Pacheco, and when it's Pacheco and the safety one-on-one, he just puts his foot in the ground and the safety's dead meat and he's in the end zone.
I saw it.
So we need to shut him down, and we need to shut Travis down. And if we can do that, I reckon we can put a big score on these guys and embarrass them.
Yeah. Because, you know,
I really,
if you think, I'm thinking like we're going to make sure nobody else beats us. We're going to make Travis Kelce beat us by himself. That's something I entertained as well. You know, because Kelsey's going to get his, and you're going to use way too much effort in trying to stop him. No matter what you try to do, he's going to get his, right? So I'm thinking, you know, okay, guys, let's double down on the rest of these guys. I don't want to see Valdez-Scantling making those circus catches. I don't need Rashee Rice, whatever, I forget his name. But anyway, I don't want to see those guys out there just making all kind of great catches. We're going to be all over them.
No.
So, you know.
And you know what? Mahomes is going to do when everything turns to shit, Ronbo, don't you? He's going to try, because he's going to try this because he's an expert at doing it, right? He's going to try and throw the long ball and try and get an INT, a PI penalty, pass interference penalty.
I've seen it.
Right, and that'll get him 30, 40 yards. They're going to try that shit. Kyle needs to get inside Andy Reid's head and bust that ass.
He does. Don't get out coach this time.
And we have to run the ball, Ronbo, you know, for the first, second, third quarter, and then just surprise them in the fourth, you know, run all over him.
Well, like we
get them tired.
Exactly. Like we did the last two games, which I swear to God, I can't go through that again. I mean, Green Bay and Detroit. That was Cardiac City, Tony. All the way
Green Bay was
God.
Green Bay was one thing, but Detroit, oh my God. And today I was pissing myself laughing in the truck. You know, listen to this, Ronbo. Brock Purdy, these guys are still calling him a game manager. Brock Purdy has thrown more yards in one season than both the legendary quarterbacks, all right? Mm-hmm. Than Steve Young and Joe Montana.
Yep.
He's broken the record, and they're still calling him a game manager.
Yep.
Game managers don't throw for 4,200 yards and 32 TDs in a season.
Thank you. And they don't get all the way to the Super Bowl, and having a lot of that effort, if not all of it, most of it, was him. He's got his weapons, but why does the man have to be condemned for using his weapons? Joe had a Hall of Fame crew. And Young inherited that group. I got Tom Brady's. How many Hall of Famers did he have working around him? Don't tell me that Brock Purdy should be the only guy that should be out there carrying a team with no weapons. That's just unbelievable.
I know. And two more quick things. If I was Kyle Shanahan, before the game starts, I will say to the referees, I want you guys to watch for holding on Nick Bosa. Yeah. And in the last game, for the life of me, the rules say you're not allowed to land on the quarterback with your whole body and stay on it. Brock Purdy nearly got his head ripped off in the last game. He got a bleeding bottom lip.
Dropped his helmet in his face. Yeah, Tony.
He dropped his helmet in his face, and they didn't throw a flag.
That's why I'm sure Trent Williams took notes. When we play Detroit next year, I can't wait to see what happens with that. But anyway, Tony, I'm going to see you tomorrow, and let's continue because we're going to be crazy emotionally between now and next week. Oh
yeah. It's going to be on. It's going to be a big fight.
God, it is. It really is. All right, Tony. Always appreciate you. All right, man. Cheers.
All right, brother. Shout out to everyone, and see you tomorrow.
Looking forward. All right, Tony.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers. Yo, Clarence.
Yo, Ronbo.
Clarence, come on in, man. Because I'm like, this is going to be bleeded out week, you know what I mean? Where have I heard that song before? Anyway, this is the time when now we're going to have to entertain all these emotions and thoughts. Now we're worried about our team. Hey, Clarence, were you worried about the Packers and the Lions?
So I'll be honest with you, Ronbo. At halftime, I texted my son. I said, "Season over. I can't believe this." And then, check this out, Ronbo.
Yeah.
Check this out. So I texted my son, told him, "Season's over." Right?
Yeah.
I go to church.
Yeah.
I go to church, and then so I don't check my phone or do anything like that until church is over. I look at my phone. I see a text from my son. "Oh, you might be still alive." And then I go to Bleacher. It's like I see it like, "Oh snap, we won! Are you serious?" So then I'm looking at everything, and I'm watching all the highlights. So yeah, it was tough, but hey, yeah, good on them. Good on them to be able to do what they need to do and get back to where we need to get back to. Now, like Kyle said, this is not the one we want. This is not the one we want. So they know. They know. And like I said, nine of our guys on that team was on that team in 19. So they know what's up. They know what's going on. Like I said, I think at this point, all kidding aside, nothing about scheme, about this and about that. It's about imposing your will on the opponent for 4 quarters and getting the job done. At this point, that's all that needs to be said. Like I said, we already know we got the quarterback in Brock. He's the guy. He's the one. He's got what we need. Like I said, he's got the improvisation. He's got the anticipation. He's got everything that we need to win this. They just got to go out there and impose their will and, show them who's boss. And that's it. And,
Clarence, the problem with that is, though, if there's one problem with that, you cannot intimidate the Kansas City Chiefs. So this is the only thing that worries me, because I'm thinking now you're coming up against a formidable opponent that probably does feel superior. And to the point they can actually impose whatever you throw at them. Andy Reid, Mahomes, they reflect the spirit of that team, which is very frightening. They're making people play probably a little above their heads, with the exception of maybe a couple. But so that's what I'm saying. Now you've got a real chess match going on, and that's why I worry about Reid versus Kyle Shanahan,
right?
And Steve Wilks.
Yeah,
I gotta give anything to have D'Amico. God, Jesus. But,
so like I said, but it's like the matter of the fact that this is still football. It's a physical game. As long as you're more physical than the other team, in most cases you're going to win. So they just got to be more physical than Kansas City. And and like I said, both already put it out in the ether. So to basically letting them know
hold it.
They hold sometimes. So they're already putting it out there. Everybody's putting it out there. So
York.
So the officials are going to be very wary of that, and hopefully, they'll be a little bit better in our favor. But like I said, we have to play above the refs and be able to, not have to worry about that, and just play the game that we know how to play. I just want to give a shout out to Jed York. He's matured as he's become as he's been the owner of this team, and you can tell he wants this one too. He definitely wants this one too. He wants it for his brother too. Yeah, I didn't realize anything. About that. And then I wanted just to give not a shout out, but a really, are you stupid what do you call it? Can I get an installment real fast, Ronbo?
Oh, God,
quickly.
And now it's time for another one of our. We haven't had one in a long time. Let me holler at you. Let it go, Clarence. Let it go.
I appreciate that. Cam Newton. Really, Cam Newton? Are you serious?
God, so true.
10th best QB. Come on,
I forgot.
you just hating because you went to Super Bowl and got lambasted by the Denver Broncos, and you have not been the same since.
And
you just can't stand the fact that you have a guy that doesn't have the physical talent that you do, but plays way better than you do.
Absolutely.
By any stretch of the means.
X's
You
and
may be able to run fast.
Yeah.
You may be able to throw the ball 1,000 miles an hour,
and jump
but
over
you
people
got
in the
no
end zone.
touch.
That's it.
You got no anticipation.
Yeah.
You don't know how to read a playbook. And that's why you got lambasted in the Super Bowl.
You never
because
see him
you
throw
didn't know how to
timing
read
down.
the darn defense.
And hey, wait, and the underlying, the biggest, the straw that busted Campbell's back all the way into, you got beat out by Mac Jones in Patriotville. Oh,
Yeah, beat out by Mac Jones. Thank you. Exactly. Because
we gotta go.
You could not. You were basically you were a better Jamarcus Russell at that point. You had the physical tools. You got the MVP.
Unbelievable.
But you just like that, you couldn't continue to learn and evolve as a quarterback.
And
that's why you doing podcasts. I know. But I appreciate that, Ronbo. Ronbo, God bless you, my friend. Take care.
See you tomorrow. Bye, Clarence.
All righty.
Yeah, he brought up Cam. You know, I was so mad because I read it a few hours ago. I was so mad when I read that. I forgot to mention that. You know, that's good. I got that out of my head. Cam pissed me all over. What the hell's wrong with him? Hey, hey, Brian.
We're going to do things that are different, that's never been seen before. Ever.
49ers, red and gold. Rocking with the Niners till I'm dead and cold. Shouting the name all the way from the Mid-South because the law says it's Super Bowl time. So know your damn role and shut your mouth.
Brian,
what's going on, Ronbo?
Brian, we're getting here because we're supporting each other because we got to, get through this. We got days to go to think about the game. I don't want to think about it. I don't want to think about it. I wish we could play this Sunday so we can get this over with. Dang, it's killing me. But I'm worried about the defense because they've not demonstrated that they're out to just kick butt yet. I'm just hoping they will bring that kick butt hat with them. What are you thinking?
Ronbo, boy, first of all, I'm going to tell you, man, I've been trying to get in touch with you since Sunday. Sunday, boy. I'm a school teacher, so I can't be waiting up 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning waiting for the kids.
Well, you got to keep that in mind. All right.
But Ronbo, I'm just gonna hit a couple of things. I'm gonna let you think about something. At the beginning of the season, what was our main concern before the season even started? What was our main concern? What position? I'm gonna see you.
What position?
What position? What was our main? What was our?
Was it quarterback or offensive line? It was offensive line because quarterback had already said that Brock was going to be the guy. Okay, go ahead. Am I right?
And offensive line. It was offensive line. Rumble, did you realize that we're probably the only team that made it to the Super Bowl in which they have not drafted. The 49ers didn't even draft the offensive line.
I know.
You remember that, right?
Yeah, and I remember
they did not draft it. And Kyle Shanahan said that they didn't see, there was nobody they saw.
There was better than what they already have.
Yeah, right.
Wait a minute, Brian. Address that for a second, though. Have you seen an offensive line in round? What do we have? Round 2 or round 3? We start drafting.
I think it's round 3.
Okay. Did you see an offensive?
Our first round. They took they took the safety, the Jair Brown. They took Jair Brown.
No,
round 3.
I mean, do you remember anybody in the draft that looked better in the first 2 or 3 rounds that they should have been trying to target?
Ronbo, I'm sure there was. That you can't tell me that round 1 that
doesn't have a good offensive lineman.
And nobody got drafted. I know an offensive line got drafted in the first round. Hell, Alabama alone puts out tackles.
Grown men tackles. I know Alabama. Mostly SEC.
Grown man tackles. That's
Yeah,
it.
you can look. Also, I don't know if we made the right decision on tight end either, though. But anyway, go ahead.
Right. Yeah.
Because they were
But
better.
yeah, I just want to say that ain't that amazing that we made it to the Super Bowl on a questionable offensive line after Trent, and then maybe Aaron. What's the guard? Aaron Banks.
Aaron Banks. He's good.
Aaron
He's
Banks,
and
yeah. I mean that's pretty much it. I mean, pretty much our skilled guys carry the offensive line.
Brindle is serviceable. He's not gonna. He doesn't do great, but he's not gonna cause you to just get beat up. He's gotten better. But from there to the right. But Feliciano, I'm starting to like him. And you notice how he's playing more? When's the last time you heard about Burford?
I had. But Ronbo, let me ask you something. On the defense. Ronbo, I've been hearing a lot of rumors. They talking about they should sit Trace Young. They should bench him. What do you think about that? You heard anything about that?
But I'm not surprised that you heard that. I haven't seen that myself. But Chase Young I don't know what he doesn't look anything like he looked in Washington. I don't know if it's what we do differently than they do in Washington or what's going on with him. But he's not a high impact player that I expected him to be. So I might put Randy Gregory back there. He's faster. He probably sets the edge just as well because Chase is not setting that edge like we wish he would. They're running all over him.
Mm-hmm. But to piggyback on a caller that earlier stated, I think Phil, whatever his name is.
Yeah, Phil.
Phil. Yeah, I think this roster is better in most ways than the 2019.
Yeah,
and I go in truly confident. I think they're gonna, the core group with Debo and George Kittle and Fred Warner, those guys, they knew that they realized that they got to get rid of that taste in the mouth, especially George Kittle. He stated it, you can maybe consider him a prophet. He stated it. He said, I got to come back. I am coming back here. I am coming back. He spoke that. Yeah. He spoke that in the word. He spoke that in the words. But Ronbo, they got to get it. Hey, Ronbo, Kyle Shanahan has got to get it done. He has got to get it done.
No matter what it takes.
He won't have this roster like this. This roster is better than the other team the Falcons team that went to the Super Bowl. He won't have. He will.
I don't know, that Falcons team. That was whoa. That's. Wow, they had a lot of talent, though. That offense was just Their defense is the only reason why they lost that game. Well, and then Kyle's play calling, too, when they could have ran the ball. But and the defense was doing a great job all the way to the end. They put 28 points up. I mean, Julio, Matty, they had a couple of speeches, tight ends. They had the whole play. They're seventh. That's the seventh offensive, productive, highly productive offense in league history.
And Ronbo, why is everybody so gun-ho to keep Brock Purdy's name on their lips? And all Brock Purdy doing is winning.
I know.
It's like I told my brother. It's like I told my brother them. I said, hey, winners focus on winning. They don't focus on whining. They do not focus on whining. So when you get through all these, when you get through with all these labels on Brock Purdy, at the end of the day, after the 11th, I'm gonna tell you, you better put in that Super Bowl champ.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna be so busy that day if we win that Super Bowl. I ain't gonna be celebrating because I'm going after people. I kept receipts. Remember when you said this? Blah blah blah. Yeah. Brian, I'm gonna see you. Try to get it earlier.
Okay.
All right, fam.
Yeah, and after the 12th, when it's over, after the 12th, I'm unleashing hell, as they say. I'm verbal hell. But in the meantime, between time, Ronbo.
Yes.
Shout out to you. Shout out to the faithful, and shout out to production. And the law is out.
He goes riding his noble steed. Nice, Brian.
All right, Ronbo. When the next time you coming back? When you coming back?
Tomorrow. I can't stand it now.
Tomorrow, okay. All right. All right. I'll try again. Try again tomorrow.
I'll be looking for you too, fam. All right. Nice.
All right. All right, later. Yeah.
Oh, Man, it's crazy. Your nerves are just. And try to grip the fact, or the possibility, should I say, of losing. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Hey, Norm, what time is it?
It's time for us to get that anxiety out the way.
We're working on it. Norm.
And it's Niners all day.
Yes. Man.
So look,
it's so crazy being a Niner fan.
It's the drama. It's the drama for me, y'all, that I see happening. Even my baby son is like, "What is going on here?"
I get ready to put him on the phone. Look at him. He's got something he want to say.
He says, "What is going on here?" Matter of fact, baby son, tell him what's going on here.
There he is. Oh, that's a Gerber baby all day. Look at y'all talk about the 49ers?
He said, "I'm watching Super Wings. Forget y'all." But anyway, like I'm saying, look. So I'm just hearing all these, like, I'm just seeing all the previews and looking at all how everybody is taking this all in. I heard somebody say that this is going to be the most boring Super Bowl ever.
Oh,
I think
there's a lot of people mad about that.
I think it's just going to be the saltiest Super Bowl ever. You know what I'm saying?
Probably.
It's going to be a very salty Super Bowl. But not for us, though.
No. Lions and Green Bay and also Lamar and company, but they mad as hell. So yeah, there's gonna be a lot of salt. You can take down a whole pig with all that salt and salt him down.
The entire NFC mad at us, like the whole thing.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
We already know what the Chiefs look like. We're sick of them in the Super Bowl. And the 49ers, come on. What is going to be, a defensive standoff?
Right. But then you have the other people that's tired of seeing coverage of Taylor Swift. They rooting for the Niners. I said, hey, don't bring that over here. Don't bring that over here. Don't bring that anti-Taylor Swift over here.
It's not her fault. You know, people are blaming her a little too much. I'm starting to defend her now.
It's not her fault. It's them. Every time they see her, it's like, oh my God, get her.
Right?
It's the network fault.
Right? They don't have to pan up there all the time. Taylor didn't ask for that. She probably just assumed they not do that.
It's like, man, like, well, I remember when the Niners came out to Levi Stadium. Not once did we see Simone Biles. We didn't see her nowhere.
I know, right?
And her was playing.
Yeah. You know, it just depends
even
who it is, right?
Even though he got jammed up by Christian McCaffrey on that last touchdown, he kind of sorry about that, there, buddy.
And Simone left too. She was out in the parking lot asking her questions.
Then again, I don't want to see Simone Biles' face of, oh my God, I gotta buy extra Epsom salt tomorrow. Damn, no, it's like,
look, if one of our guys is going out with Ariana Grande, who else is like smoking hot right now? Dua Lipa. You know, it'd have to be somebody that Taylor is huge. You know, Beyonce could probably compete a bit, but you know,
I don't want none of my Niners, but I like the caliber of things that they chose. Like Brock, he got him somebody that like that's for him. You know what I'm saying? Juice got something for him. Like, oh, don't get no celebrities just because somebody else got one. Get somebody for you. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can be a power all you want to. Hear me? But that's neither here nor there. We talking about, man.
What we gonna do with this defense is exactly.
Look, it's Steve Wilks, man. Look, how is he going to handle Pat Mahomes, bro? How is he going to set up the guys so they can execute? Can't leave the middle open for Isaiah Pacheco.
Oh my God!
But then, like, trying to put a spy on Patrick Mahomes also opens up more lanes, more throwing lanes around the seams and stuff.
Yep, Andy Reid, he knows how to handle that.
Yeah. The whole, they hold a lot though. According to Nick Bosa, they hold a lot.
And so Hawker says Greenlaw's going to get a couple of unnecessary roughness charges.
It's the ref though. Like Vinovich.
God.
I had to see Vinovich. That's the most profane way I can put it. Okay.
He is really an obstacle though. It's so right. God.
And it's like it comes down to if we execute properly, be disciplined. Be disciplined. Because you know they're gonna call everything. Like Brock number 13 was looking at a Kansas City Chiefs cheerleader for more than 2 seconds.
Fred, one of your shoes are untied. That's 15 yards for unnecessary sloppiness. God, kill the ref.
Man, it's you know what? I ain't even gonna. I don't want to think too much in it because, like, on this game, like the last one, it was just like I ain't coming over to predictions. I ain't going too superstitious. I ain't stepping over cracks this year. I ain't doing none of all that. Trying to be superstitious, man. That's out the way. I think the guys it's gonna be up to the guys to go out there and they want it, man. A lot of those guys, it's like George said, he coming out there with a vengeance, and that's what we're gonna do. We got some leg backs.
They got to keep that energy for full.
And that's all I got to
say. And
it's Niners all day, and get that anxiety out the way.
No, that's why you got to come back tomorrow, man. I tell you, we can't do a day without you. I'm telling you, we're gonna make it. We're gonna hang together and all emotionally support each other, and we're going to survive this. And on Super Bowl Sunday, oh, man, we was worried about it. Remember last week we was talking about, oh, my God, look at this. He's going to put number 6 in the case. Rudy. First pitch.
Right. Until the meantime, hang in there like a hubcap in the fast lane, all right? Yeah.
Norm, you got $1 million of them, don't you? I like that. Norm. I'll see you tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my bad. Like and subscribe to Ronbo Sports. Let's go. And shout out to the Empire.
Yeah. Night, Norm. Night, little Norm. He quieted down. Is he okay? Check him out. All right. Night, Norm. I want this one so bad. Number 6 and 2, tied with the most elite clubs in Pro Bowl and in a Super Bowl era. Oh God, it sounds good. Dallas, Texas boy, GD. None of these guys will have sprayed roach repellent all over us to kill them roaches. They can't touch us. Yo, Bill.
Ronbo.
Bill.
I stayed quiet for a little bit. I've been watching some channels, and it looks like they're trying to get a flip for the Kansas City Chiefs with Bill Vinovich.
I know, right?
Trying to have them break the game for the Chiefs because they're all over Taylor Swift, and they're out there trying to say, well, the Niners are going to get it rigged for them so they can flip it. But the whole thing is they don't get the whole thing with Bill Vinovich. He's the biggest Chief fan out there. The Niners are going to have to play against the team and Bill Vinovich, and going to have to understand, even if there ain't no holding, he's going to call holding. He's going to try to find a flag to throw against the 49ers, and they're going to have to stay confident, going to have to fight. There ain't going to be no game, or the Niners could easily take care of it by running a play and accidentally running into him and putting him on an accidental concussion.
Oh, and they have to bring a backup ref in. It's his crew's as silly as he is, though, Bill. They make some bonehead calls, too.
Well, you know what? Accidents happen. You know, you're playing a game, and you could accidentally hit him, too. I'm not one to do that.
At some point, they'll think we're doing that on purpose.
No. I mean, they do stand in the way of the players every now and then. I've watched it.
Oh, I saw one get decked in these playoffs. Which week was that? Was that last week? God, he got creamed.
I don't know.
He got blasted.
Yeah. Because, you know, hey, man, you know, I didn't see you there, bud. I was just trying to run the play. You're flagging me all day. I mean, what's up, dude? You know, what's going on with this, you know? I mean, dude, you seem like you can't see both are being held, and this dude Clinton's trying to get in front of me. I'm just trying to get around, you know. I'm trying to play the game you like me to play, you know, and I'm still into you, bro.
Trying to do my job. Get to stay the hell up out the street when I'm coming down through here. You know?
You know? I mean, I'm sick and tired of these refs trying to make a decision who they want to win the game. So, you know, if that actually happens, that might just turn the game, you know, the way it's supposed to be. Because I'm going to put it like this. On paper, Ronbo, the Chiefs do not match up.
I know.
On paper, the Niners are the better team.
I've looked at that. I've thought of that, and then I'm trying to understand. But Lamar Jackson and company actually were better than the Chiefs on paper, as were Josh Allen and crew. That's why I'm so concerned. My God, how'd you guys win those games?
But the Niners have got to not beat Lamar. And you know what? I'm going to tell you, Ronbo, if he passes a lot, you can't get mad because he's going to have to be put on Brock Purdy's probably shoulders because of the rep. He's going to try to make decisions because we're going to be stuck. I have a feeling we're going to be stuck a lot on 1st and 15 and a 1st and 30.
Oh, God, no, please, no. Oh.
No, it's going to come down there. They need to start practicing for that because he's going to try to pin us back and maybe 1st and 30 on our own 1 yard line with the blitz coming.
Dang, Bill, you couldn't think of any worse scenario than that? 1st and 30 on the 1?
I'm just trying to run it back just in case. The team, if they're ready for just in case, what would be funny if we're stuck at 1st and 30 on our 1 yard line and a 99-yard touchdown from Brock Purdy.
Okay,
Bam!
I'll be able to appreciate that, I must say.
What? We win that back. What?
You know what? That would destroy the Chiefs mentally, too.
I accidentally run over Bill Vinovich and where that other dude accidentally knocked him over while he's trying to get in the way.
You know, the league would issue a fine to that ejection and fine. It depends on who it is. Who do we not need on the field? Have him come out there and Jed York just agree to pay the fine because it's going to be a lot of money. Ooh,
it's a Super Bowl ring, Ronbo. It's not a game. This is the line. They want to rig it for the Kansas City Chiefs, and we got to win this. So what? What's in our way? We got 2 referees. I thought it was just 1. You named a second. I didn't know there was a second.
No, that's Vinovich's crew. They're a clown crew. I know.
See, they did that. They did that on purpose. The NFL did that on purpose, and they're trying. They know because the Chiefs lost their main defensive people. They know that the Chiefs are wounded, and the only way to keep it close is to try to rig it because they know if the referees don't try to keep it in the favor of the Chiefs, by halftime the Niners are going to be up by 30, and they know this. They know this, and they know by the end of the game we're going to be dominating them like it's going to be like a 49er Dallas Cowboy game, what we did to the Cowboys. They know this. They know this. They know we're going to smack them around. We're going to treat them like a little brother that they are, you know, like the big brother did to the little brother. Put him in the trash can, roll him down the hill back in my time, and watch him roll. Hit his head a couple times, conk, conk. You know, that kind of stuff. You know, just sit back and laugh.
Yeah, and just laugh because watching the ref be in pain would be fun to watch. Bill, we got to go though. I'm gonna be back tomorrow. And we'll continue as many days as I can.
Well, I see them getting the W. I hope they do. I want them to. Give me a Ronbo shout out. See you tomorrow.
Bill, great night, fam.
Would it be sweet if we win against the Chiefs and the referees?
I don't even know if I can get over that. I'll be in celebration for a month, maybe more. Whew.
Right.
All right, Bill. I'll see you tomorrow. All right, fam. God, can you imagine that, fam? 6 trophies, and we got past Kansas City to get that sweet revenge. Ellis!
Ron Bizzle.
Ellis. There it is.
Pull me up.
I see that. I see. Is that Jimmy in the background and Brock out in front? Who's that?
Hell no, that's Brock and Brock.
Oh, the pose and the body build look the same. That's pretty funny because it's kind of shaded in the dark. You can't see the face. I can see Brock out in front though. You know, I'm telling you right now.
Yeah, that ain't no shimmy G.
Yeah, you know what's really funny? In the beginning, people kept saying Brock looked from a distance. They look a lot alike in their motions, but they're not. They're definitely 2 different quarterbacks. But anyway, else, the defense. I'm telling you right now, I'm not worried about the offense, not even a little bit, because they're going to do what they do. You may be able to hold them down for a minute, but not long. But that defense is still something I can't relax behind. What do you think? Should we be concerned? I mean, Fred came out with some enlightening things, but man. What are you thinking? Oh, yeah, Ellis has already got us crowned. Champs. Go ahead.
Hey, look, man, this isn't yeah, we will be working against the refs as usual. I think everybody should be used to it by now. I know that I am. And it goes back to what I usually would say, which is don't let it be in the refs' hands. Don't let the refs determine or dictate the game.
Yeah.
Don't let it happen. So we don't need to be playing to tie, playing for it to be a close game. We need to run up the score. We need to take every opportunity, score on every possession. If we could score on, 96 or more, at a minimum of our offensive possessions, then we won't allow that to happen. But if we're below 80% on our efficiency offensively, and we're, barely getting field goals, and we get, maybe 2 touchdowns in the game and 2 field goals max, this game's going to be tough to win, especially considering we're going to be up against the refs. So we can't allow that to happen.
Oh, no doubt.
They're going to be trying to stop the run. I think the interior, I'm not sure how they play against the run, but they have their linebacking crew. At least Nick Bolton is a really, really good linebacker. He's fast. He hits hard. He's very sound. I was a really good pick for them out of Missouri. He's a really good linebacker. But I think we're going to be going outside, doing the zone, the outside zone scheme might start coming into play. It worked really good against them last time when we had Raheem. I guess the only problem is nobody really gets to the outside as fast as Raheem Mostert, but Christian still does really well with it. So I think our run game is not going to really take a hit like that. I know they're going to be, it's going to be stop the run for them on their end of it. But are they going to really be able to do that? Is Kyle just going to be having Christian out there all day, or is he going to actually let, JP and Elijah get some carries so he can switch up the looks a little bit and kind of, get Andy Reid and their defense off the scent of what they're probably expecting, which is, the superstar Christian McCaffrey getting all of the carries, and, we're barely getting the other guys in there. He's got to diversify the offensive run game.
Yeah, Debo will be involved heavily.
Right, and then there's Debo. I totally forget about, Debo getting carries out the backfield. So they're going to be doing some zone scheme, and then maybe he'll come back and he'll try to throw it in the middle, or go through the middle with it, throw it back into the middle of the field from the run game. And then pass game, I'm just talking strictly run game. We're going to have to run the ball. This can't be a passing only type Super Bowl. Like, I think it's going to need to be very balanced. Maybe 60-40. Between run and pass. You know what I mean? Just a little more running the ball, so we can get that clock management. And time of possession, we can win at that, and then maintain some efficiency from the pass game. But
because the Ravens were, they just
defense,
quit running for reasons unknown. God, Ravens.
And that shit's happening a lot. I mean, look at Detroit. Detroit did it in the championship game, and they were gashing us. I don't know what the hell they were doing.
And why they stop?
It feels like.
Yeah, I know.
Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, why'd they stop? I'm agreeing with you.
It's strange because remember when we played the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, Tyrann Mathieu was saying we were just glad that they stopped running the ball, started passing the ball because we could not stop the run. That was in the Super Bowl. And Kyle went away from what was working. Strangely, and it seems to be something that happens. Maybe they get lost in a moment and they figure, okay, let me switch it up now instead of thinking, wait a minute, this shit's working. Let me stick to what's working and close this out so we can get this Lombardi. So I don't know, man. You can shoot yourself in the foot, quite often. So I'm hoping that Kyle doesn't do that this time around.
Oh, Kyle, and you've seen his presser today. He's talking, make sure you balance that offensive attack. Well, Kyle, just remember, lean one direction or the other, whichever's working better. So
stick with it. Yeah, stick with it, Kyle. If it's working, you don't need to
destroying him last time, and he went away from Debo. No carries in the second half. Why? He's a rookie. So what? He's okay. Oh. Anyway, let's go.
Yeah,
But I tell you what, I'll be back tomorrow. We need each other all week for sure. Every day if we can. Oh, this is gonna be a long week.
Yeah, and it's a long off season, man. So I really hope that Kyle's taking this. This time he's got it through his head, Ronbo. Let's all pray that Kyle's got it through his head this time because we got the squad. And Chase has been playing lackluster, man. So maybe they need to put light a fire under his ass a little bit with that rumor. Hopefully that's just a rumor. But if he can catch wind of that, then maybe that'll make him want to step his game up because, yeah, man, we expected a whole lot from him. He's not wrecking shit. I mean, he's not even playing better than Javon Kinlaw right now, in my opinion.
There's no impact. All right, fam. I'll be back tomorrow and see what develops. I want to find out about that Chase thing, though. All right. Alice.
About what?
The Chase thing. It's been mentioned.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, man. We'll see what's happening. Shout out to Faithful, man. Y'all know what it is. Hit that like, subscribe. Peace and love to the family, man. Y'all already know. We'll be back tomorrow. And, yeah, man, go Niners. It's for life.
Go Niners is right. All right, fam. Night, Alice.
Peace.
Yes,
sir.
Big E. And speaking of Big E's, I love it. Yo, are you ready for some Latino heat? Latino heat. Latino heat. Latino. Emilio.
What's happening?
It's always fun to talk to these situations because I'm sitting up here tripping on the defense. Now, watch Emilio's reaction. Emilio, I am worried about the defense. You'll set my mind at ease like you like to do.
Well, hold on. What defense? You got to specify what defense we're talking about. Are you
I'm talking about
defense or you talking about our defense?
I'm telling you right now, if I was Arians, I'd tell Pacheco you gonna be busy all day, so get plenty of sleep. Because we don't want to stop the run. Montgomery and Gibbs, Aaron Jones, they've all made a reputation on the 49ers defense. I said, oh no. And Eric Armstead's got to be worried. I don't know if he's going to be okay or not. What is this report? What are you thinking?
Oh, it's just a bit, they're lucky, these last two games we have been getting run on, But it's just, I see what Wilks is having a habit trying to, because you look at Goff and you look at, they were going for it first. When they were throwing the ball, they were getting what the defense was giving. Everything's short, man. Kind of, they were doing it. So they were doing off that, but then they were doing the run. And a lot of that stuff was going off of play action and then, faking it out and then handing it off. So a lot of that did happen through that. Yeah. And our defense was expecting a lot of short passes. That's why, Wilks' motto has been, I'm going to stop the explosive plays, which he has, but it just,
true.
You go away from one thing, you let another thing happen. And if you look at Kansas City, their big thing is not actually no. Yeah, the run game is good, but it's not even that good. They throw the ball more.
And Pacheco's the only weapon they got as far as running. Because a lot of teams have 2 and 3 running backs, and they use them all.
Yeah. Our big thing is to stop Kelsey. If we stop Kelsey, they're going to have a whole lot of trouble trying to get that ball down the field. Yes, and I mind you, did you hear Steve Young this morning, or have you heard what Steve Young said?
Not yet. What did he say?
Oh, okay. He said because a lot of people are saying it's going to be a shootout rooting for Kansas City.
Oh, yeah, I did read that caption. No, you can't imagine that.
So basically, he said, no, it's not going to be a shootout. He said, if we play our defense, he said basically we're going to blow Kansas City out. Because we have the
got the players. But what do you mean on defense? Remember when Jimmy Ward and Tavares, both the Ward brothers? Boy, there was one of the best guys that could retreat back into the interior and take down run. Man, they were so good. Now we don't hear about that anymore since Coach Wilks got there. But J-Dub and Javarius. Boy, they was taking tackles. They were leading the league in tackles as far as guys in the secondary. I said, man, we ain't doing that now.
Pretty much, but then you also, like I said, you go back to that, what was happening. Everybody was able to throw deep on us. So it's just, you always can't stop one thing.
One thing or the other.
It's always the other, but you just got to contain yourself from getting beat. And the main thing on this one, especially from last week, is just if they get the ball and they're running, make sure you tackle it. Don't let them run by you, because that was our other problem, missing tackles. You see how they were just running up the field and running like it was a thing to do. It just stopped. So, partially, I mean, it was adjustments by Wilks and the defense, but it's just they have to pay attention and play. You know, it's just mostly for this one. Stop Kelsey and keep Mahomes in front of you. Just keep him in front of you. You ain't even got a spot. Actually, you know what our game plan should be? The same way we treated Hurts. Keep him in front of you and try to have him beat you with his arm. So that's what they're really going to try to do. They're going to try to beat Mahomes. They're going to try Mahomes beat him with his arm.
Yeah, Fred talked about this.
The run game hasn't really been there.
Yeah.
So that's the game plan. Keep Mahomes in front of you and have him beat you with the arm, and watch out for Kelsey.
No, I mean, Kelsey. That's what Fred was talking about with Kelsey. You know, everybody says we just need to double team on Kelsey, but when you do that, and he went on to explain, I said, you know, Fred,
they don't need to double team him.
Yeah.
No, you don't have to double team Kelsey. I mean, I know I can tell he said that just to throw them off, to let them know, yeah, go ahead, we're gonna double, man. No, that was, you could tell that's kind of playing mind games with them. No, you just got to keep them in front of you, keep Mahomes in front of you, and just watch Kelsey.
Yeah, and you know what Mahomes does, where he looks off all the players on one side or the other, and he goes and finds Kelsey. Kelsey goes and finds the sweet spot in the zone. And we got to be careful about zone. When you play man, it makes it a little more difficult. Because Kelsey, I've seen he do that to Lamar and company over and over. I said, what?
But then also, you also got to realize, Kansas City didn't score not 1 point after halftime.
I know, I didn't.
That was just,
that was interesting.
Like I said, what happened to them, what happened to us playing the damn Ravens, it was inflicted self-wounds. We keep away from them.
Agreed.
And you know what? And then you think about it. So, no, we just got to not make mistakes and keep going back to the same thing. Keep Mahomes in front of you, watch Kelsey. That's the main thing. You stop them, they're going to have a problem scoring.
And the nice thing about it, we don't have no child like Flowers. Flowers is the reason why they lost that game. What are you doing? Why are you stand up over the man and knowing the ref's going to throw a flag? And then he's diving in the end zone, and they punch the ball out of his hands. I say, they're going to lose this game behind Flowers.
Trying to be funny, just like what's the name was last week, Gardner. You're trying to be funny, you're trying to be cheap. It's good to cheer. We have it, but do it within the mind concept. Try to be a little more respectful. Of course, be a-hole because you're winning, but at the same time, you got to be smart.
Yeah.
Be smart. Like I said, that's what you look at our team. You know, they're not talking too much, but they know how they all feel. They really want to win this game. They're all, they're ready for this game. They can't wait. They're like us. We're anxious wait for this game. Wish this game was this weekend. Get it over with. They got to wait another week.
I really do. And that's what I'm thinking now. Now we got to be alone with our thoughts at times and thinking about, oh, man, what are they going to do with this? What are they going to do with that? What if and this and that? You only think about the negatives. I think about the positives.
No, I'm not thinking about the negatives. I'm not thinking
and I think about
McCaffrey.
And I think about Brock. And, a few other people. But the mostly thing I'm worried about, I can count more things that are bothering me or worrying me than things that I'm all confident about. Well, like an uncomfortable feeling. But we'll be all right.
At the end of the day, we technically still have the better team.
We do.
They have Mahomes and Kelsey, honestly. So,
see,
like I said, we stopped at there's 2 top players. They got to worry about Debo. They got to worry about Kittle.
Right.
They got to worry about Purdy. They got to worry about
Juice.
The
list goes on and on.
And McCaffrey. Exactly. So we have the better team.
And all they got is 2 guys that we need to be scared of?
Hey,
come on, man. Oh, don't let them beat us, please.
The Niners and Shanahan lose this game. You have to really demolish the team because there is no damn freaking way that you cannot win this game.
Man.
We can actually put a beating on Kansas City.
Well, Steve Young
but it's up to them.
Really? They're not.
A few people think actually we can put a beating on them. It's just the media is going to get Kansas City.
They got to sell them tickets. Because I understand them tickets
It's just Mahomes and Kelsey.
Yeah. Oh, see that?
Everybody's all hyped on them too.
They're going to try to embarrass us. The 49ers versus Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce. That's all?
That's all you hear. What are you actually hearing? You're not hearing anything else. That's all you're hearing.
There is
Kelsey,
not even saying
and
about
then
Chris
the Taylor
Jones.
Swift stories. That's all you're hearing is Taylor Swift. All you're hearing is Mahomes, and all you're hearing is Kelsey. You're not hearing nothing else about that team.
And Taylor. I'm gonna see you tomorrow. I'll be looking for you. And we're gonna convince ourselves at some point that we ain't got nothing to worry about. I know we're gonna do it.
I don't have nothing to worry about. I already touched my game plan. They keep that game plan. We got this in the bag. So, I was more worried last week after that horrible game came back. I was more worried then than anything. This was just
crying shame.
We have this. You should have this game in the bag with no problem. If everybody plays that game, there should be no reason why we have it. We can't lift that Lombardi and rub it in everybody else's face.
There you go. All right, fam. Looking for you tomorrow, Emilio, and Sunday, and every day next week. I'm gonna find it. All right, fam. Night, Emilio.
You have a good night.
Oh, man. Hey, yo, Frank. With them fish sandwiches.
Ronbo. What's up, baby?
Frank, man.
What's up? What?
I was just cutting up the whole situation with the defense, right? All I can see is Montgomery, Jones, the two different teams, Montgomery, Jones, and Gibbs. I keep seeing, I'm waking up screaming in the middle of the night, oh, God, stop him. Get him. He's going to the right flank. Get him. Get out of there. Stop it. And see, there the dude go, man, into the end zone. And, there wasn't nothing could be done about it. It ran between everybody. There was no problem. So that's got to stop. I'm just wondering if we can do it so I can stop winning. First quarter, Frank, if they stop that run, I'm going to be the happiest man in the world. If they ain't got nothing else, Travis Kelce can't do it by himself.
Oh, my. Totally agree with you, Ronbo. I look at it like this. Oh, my bad, Ronbo. A little time, and I look at it like this.
I said, Frank, we just woke you up. Wake up, Frank.
No. I just got on. I just put one in the air, man, with my lady. Man.
All right.
Feeling a little good right now, but
Frank, too much information, Frank.
I know, my bad, Ronbo. I know it's kids, but I'm sorry. I apologize.
You're okay. Well, you snap out of it now.
Yeah, but,
Frank, you talk to me about defense.
But the defense. I think Steve Wilks need the teams that gave Kansas City problems, and the tape that Steve Wilks and the whole cow they're looking at is the Raiders. When the Raiders beat them, I think it was in Vegas. No, I'm saying Kansas City.
Hey, you're right.
The Raiders gave them a hard time, Ronbo.
What did they do?
They gave them a hard time. Jacobs ran all over them, and they put the pressure on Mahomes. So what we had to do, Ronbo, I feel like we can't start off. So we need to put up points.
See, that's
and
what
put
I'm
the
worried
pressure. I noticed with Mahomes when you put the pressure on them, as far as we ahead, Mahomes tried to do extra and be Superman. You see what I'm saying? So he will turn the ball over. He'd get frustrated. Watch him through a couple of games. He got frustrated, get on the sideline, yelling, going off on the ball. Players, on the ref.
He went off on that ref. I've never seen him like that.
Yes, the Raiders game and Baltimore. Baltimore also played good defense on it. Just they couldn't create no offense.
Yeah, but Flowers gave that game away.
But they played good defense. So I feel like we had the personnel to do it. So Steve Wilks got to show them something different. Sometimes you might got to show like a blitz. You might got to play zone. You play man to man. You got to show them different coverage. Yeah. You got to show them. You got to show them different because you cannot have them comfortable in that pocket at all. You cannot have them comfortable at all in that pocket. And Kyle on the offensive side, Kyle, you utilize all your weapons. Bring in Mitchell, let McCaffrey go on the play receiver. Bring in Jordan Mason. Man, use everybody on that roster. Okay, this is a game. I feel like we're gonna win this game around. I feel like we're gonna win this guy. Don't feel nervous.
We got superior offense. We got superior personnel. Kyle Shanahan is a good coach. I mean, I'm worried about Steve Wilks, but that ain't enough to be losing no game. They're all them polished veterans. They're ready to go. They know what this is. They've been here before.
Yeah, and and we, Cal, you want to be considered one of the greats. This your opportunity once again to make it happen, man. It's on you. It starts from the head. You the coach. Everything fall to his doorstep. Yep. You have to make sure you put Brock and all the players in the right position, Cal, to execute your game plan. Come on now, we have to win this game, Ronbo. I can see us holding that trophy. I can see us excited. I can see us jumping up, Ronbo. I see it all, Ronbo.
I'm gonna lose my mind. I've been waiting for this for years.
Oh, Ronbo.
My God, Frank.
Ooh,
fish sandwiches for everybody.
Oh, man, fish sandwiches for everybody, Ronbo. Last time we won, I was 7 years old when we won the Super Bowl. That was 94, man.
See, that's too long.
So
that's too long.
Yeah, it was too long. I recorded that Super Bowl. I remember that Super Bowl like yesterday. I still had the tape, matter of fact, because I recorded.
And see, that's
that was 94.
And see, that's why people be talking about us all the time. Man, y'all been around here, man. Y'all been talking about them whole ass Super Bowl trophies from '94, man. But come on, man. Y'all ain't done but some people talk about us as an antique. Look here, man. Let me tell you one thing. 5 trophies. You realize if we get one more, you got to shut the hell up for the rest of your natural life. Rudy, I'm talking to you. I'm telling you, Frank. Sometimes people don't get it. They don't understand how hard it is to win a Super Bowl. Some of them go find out about it though, like the Hawks. The Rams, them things don't grow on trees.
Yeah, you're right. That's true. You're right. So I mean that's how I look at it. I hope we gonna get it done. I ain't really. The defense know what they got to do. So there's a lot of veterans on our team, so they know what needs to be done. They already had that taste in their mouth, and I don't think you want that taste again.
I do not. They do not.
Yeah, so I don't think so. Well, I know, you be on tomorrow, right?
Yeah, I can't stop talking about him now.
Okay. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. So, man, shout out to you, Ron. Oh, yeah, today my daughter's birthday, Ron. Can she get a Nana birthday? Her name London. My oldest daughter.
What's her name?
London.
You said London?
Yeah, London. London.
Like in the city of London?
Yeah. City of London.
That's a nice name. Happy Nana's birthday, dear London. Be careful of all those fish sandwiches. It'll make you gain weight. Don't cook with less light oil. Happy Nana. London. Happy birthday, Frank. Is she a 49er fan?
Yeah, you know that. Yeah, my kids they do that, man. They follow their daddy's footsteps.
You see, because a lot of folks got around and got the wife, the kids, the in-laws. Everybody's rooting for everybody but the 49ers.
They tell you 49ers all day.
And Frank, the nice thing is you out. What you see, the Raider fans is in everybody's family on the West Coast. Ain't a few Cowboy fans, but mostly Raiders. Oh, it makes me sick. Rams, y'all ain't got nothing going on.
My family just Washington and Dallas. Me and my uncle the only 49ers. Everybody else is Washington and Dallas.
Give my best to moms. I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna see you tomorrow, Frank. I hope we got time.
Oh yeah, definitely appreciate you, man. Shout out to you. Shout out to the faithful. And I apologize again for when
Frank,
I first came on the edge. I know, because I know it's kids. No, but it's kids. Other kids listen.
They probably don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but I just, as me as respect, I was just, I shouldn't have said that. So I apologize to everyone because I love everyone, and so it's me being a man, love y'all, man, and go faithful, y'all. All right.
See you tomorrow, Frank.
All right, Ronbo. All right.
And you go check out on KC. And where's he been?
Ronbo, what's shaking?
We're putting out an APB on Texas, boy. Casey.
Ronbo, what's shaking?
I'm shaking, Casey, because the fact of the matter is, I am really concerned with our defensive effort. Now, if we go out there and look good on defense in the first half, do you know I'm going to start singing "Ooh La La" as early as the second quarter?
Oh, I know, Ronbo.
They can't stop us from scoring. I don't believe it. Who can?
Yeah, they're gonna need a big defensive showing run. But what if Javon Kinlaw has the first sack?
Hey, because I know how you always single out and find these particular guys on our team. If Kinlaw does well, I'm gonna say, that's Casey's guy. He also appreciated.
No, it's not.
Who's your favorite offensive lineman?
Of all time, or
yeah.
Well, I know where you're going with this.
What has he ever done great, Casey?
My favorite offensive lineman of all time is probably Joe Staley, man. But
okay, number 2. I really miss him. I wonder what team is he playing on.
Yeah.
I forgot where.
I mean, it's probably honestly, Ronbo. If I had to list my favorite players, I got to throw Jeremy Newberry up in there. God, what's his name, man? The guy that they got from the Saints back in the day, on the Harbaugh, Jonathan. God damn, what's his name?
Yeah, these names always get out of my memory.
Their center. That's good.
His name's out of the tip of my
he
tongue.
Was so good.
Also, the guy that
really
left
good,
because
man.
of his concussions, he wore number 50. A little white guy, as Willis defined him as. He's like a bulldog out there, man. Once he grabs onto you. Dang, what is his name? He's one of my favorite linebackers. He only lasted with us for 1 year. But he was getting like 25 tackles a week. Man. And
I really like Dupati.
Ayupati, yeah, offensive lineman.
I really liked
awesome.
Alex Boone.
And don't forget AD, Anthony Davis. Boone and Davis used to make me laugh so because that thing that the guy did with Purdy by dropping his helmet into his face, all Boone had to do, or AD had to look, remember, smell your mouth, man. That guy, when he got down on me, he hit me in the face with his helmet. Okay, we'll handle that. And they hunt you down. I remember there was several times they went and got that man. The 49ers, the offensive line would definitely go get some revenge. I mean, I remember as you mentioned, our linebacker, our all-time tight end, Joe Staley. Remember Staley had that guy? What team is that? Staley had to do it on the sideline, had him by the collar. It was taking him up in the air. I didn't even know Staley had a temper like that.
Oh, that was Clay. Clay Matthews.
Damn, Joe, let him go. Oh, see, we Harbaugh raised some animals, man. These guys were mean. I love that. So Chris Borland. Thank you. Observe Nature Evolution. Yes. Chris Borland, man, little dude, but man, he was tough.
Yeah. Yeah, that was an interesting thing that he did. But anyway, speaking of former older players, I saw this cool video that RSF 49ers just shared where it talked about how after C.J. Beathard's departure came the 262nd
I
pick
saw that.
went to Purdy.
Isn't that interesting?
I thought that was really cool.
There are guys that trace these things. How do I go about even begin? There's other things out there like that probably too. But C.J. Beathard, we had to get a compensation pick for him, and that pick turned into Brock Purdy. And they traced it from beginning, how it all went down there. So, wow.
Well, you could get crazy and go if the 49ers never moved from Santa. How far you want to go back? But I thought that was really.
And what are you looking for exactly? Those are the things and intriguing things that make you go, wow.
Yeah. But Ronbo, I'm starting to look at the total for the game, and I'm thinking it's going to be an under. I'm looking at some of the props, and I feel like some of the props are telling me that it might be a 27-20 kind of game. But I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling very confident in Purdy.
We're the better team. I mean, we should win, but I don't know how the Kansas City Chiefs got this far. I really don't.
I know how they got that far.
I thought
they got that far with a lot of holding.
Yeah, they
there
did.
have been clips all year. All year the NFL's been sharing clips. Look at Mahomes. How does he make this throw? Well, he's making the throw because he's got 15 seconds to throw because there's 3 holding calls that aren't getting called.
That play they made in the Super Bowl last time, they were holding when Mahomes made that shot deep downfield to Tyreek Hill. They let that go.
And Ronbo, this is one of my favorite words that I'm about to use. It's the frequency at which it happens. It happens so
Every
often.
week.
It's not just once a year or something with him where it's a big call. It's pretty much every game. And the stuff with Vinovich doesn't really concern me too much because he did the Eagles game, and the Niners just ran through the Eagles.
I remember that. But, I just rather see him. If you're going to let him play, let him play. If you're going to call it tight on both ends, on both teams.
Yeah, and I think they should switch up. I think they should definitely switch up the crew. I like Clete Blatham's job in the NFC Championship. That felt like an old school game.
No.
Barely saw him in the second half.
They were really thumping out. Guys are getting leveled. But
and especially in that NFC Championship game. Like over the years, the refs really showed up in that NFC Championship game. So I really liked the job that they did.
I appreciate that one myself. I really did. In case we're gonna go, I gotta see you tomorrow, and always looking forward to hearing.
Oh, Ronbo, you're not having a show tomorrow.
I'm not kidding this time. I will not fail. Yesterday was something I got rounded into right the last second. It will not happen tomorrow. Promise.
Well, Ronbo, there's not many grown men I would wait 2 hours on the phone to speak to on Friday night. But if you do have a show tomorrow, and I'm not doing anything,
Sunday, you got to get me on one.
If I'm not out macking and mobbing like I am on Friday night, I'll spend a couple hours. I'll spend a couple hours to try and get a few minutes with one of my favorite people. So.
Oh, Case, shucks, man. I really appreciate you, Case. You know that. I will. Whenever you got time, I'll be here waiting. All right.
Yeah.
All right, Casey.
I remember. Have a good night.
Yeah, that dude, man. Dude did something to Cap. I forgot what he did to Cap. And Staley just went off, grabbed his ass, had him up in the air. It looked like it took about 6 or 7 people to pull Staley off that dude. I said, see, that's what I'm talking about. I want an enforcer out there. And Jed, I hope you played that fight. Hey, yo, Big O.
What's going on, Ronbo?
Big O, man. We sit up here. I'm sitting here. These conversations are keeping me sane, fam. I'm worried to death about this game.
I bet you Detroit feel like they played everybody.
They do. Because look what they did to us. They did everything you could do to a team to win a game. Stats-wise, they was running us off the field in the first half, Big O. And what happened at the end of the game?
That second half, that's why I say they felt like that. I bet they felt like they played against everybody because they didn't know which way them licks was coming from. They didn't know if it was coming from the left or the right. They knew they was getting hit.
Because that's what I'm mad about. I said, why y'all couldn't play like that in the first half and put us through all this anxiety and pain and suffering? I'd already gave up the game, getting ready to plan my evening to go do anything to make myself feel better. And they win the game, and how they do it? Oh!
Right. Oh, yeah. But I wanted to talk about that game and going on to the Super Bowl. I saw some things. Ronbo, we got to get rid of stuff. We got to stop playing that old soft zone defense where they back up 10, 20 yards off the receivers. I mean, I've never seen that work yet, but we still run it every time on 3rd and long. We're getting that defense, and it don't stop anything.
Don't stop a cold.
They end up throwing it short and getting the first down.
I thought Kyle talked to Wilks about that. And I thought they had that because we hadn't done that in a while.
No, they did it in the Detroit game a few times.
Detroit
gave
receivers?
up first down.
Have they got fast receivers?
I mean, they got the guy from Alabama. He was a 4-3 guy, but I mean, that was it.
You're not talking about Gibbs because I'm on.
No. The receiver that scored the first touchdown.
What's his name? Saint Ra.
On the end of the round. I can't think of his name right now.
Williams?
Yeah, Williams. I think it's Williams.
Is he a 4-3? You know, Detroit has assembled a kill team. I mean, that's a kill squad. They're just young and can't get it together yet. You know what? Next year they're gonna be a problem. There was a problem this year.
And then another name I haven't heard brought up with that issue with that I see with that defense is
I think the weak link is looking to be Orion Burks. Teams they had him on the field, and he was, going through filling in the right holes in the run game. Then in the pass game, he's slowing behind the receivers and stuff. So
running from behind, and I blame Coach Wilks about that too. D'Amico would never have him. One thing what D'Amico could do is he could train them linebackers because he was one of the best linebackers of all time.
Right.
Where was Dre? Did Dre leave the? No, he was out there.
No, he was out there. It was when we had they went to base, and he was he was the third linebacker on the field.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so we gotta either put another safety down there or something for this Kansas City game because they're gonna take advantage. They put those 3 tight ends and take advantage of running right at him.
Look for Isaiah.
And then throw at him.
Look for Isaiah to play this week.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're gonna have to. He's a bigger body.
Right, and then Kansas City, their defense. I'm looking at that last Super Bowl. A couple of the old players came out and said that their defensive game plan was to put the ball in Jimmy's hand because they didn't believe Jimmy could beat them. And they can't use that against Brock because Brock will light them up.
They can't do it. And also this time, Kyle's probably learned his lesson too. Stop throwing the ball when you got Debo. If you want to throw the ball, just throw a short screen to Debo. They could not do anything with Debo, because the thing is, the matter is, we blame Jimmy, but we didn't have the kind of offensive wide receivers. We had 2 guys, Debo the rookie, Emmanuel Sanders. Everybody else, Kendrick Bourne wasn't bad, and he was doing pretty good at the beginning of the game. But if we had the receivers we got now, it might have been different along with the all-world CMC. Now there's no excuse. Brock, yes, but the rest of the cast as well. Now there's no reason not to put up an army full of points. So, give the ball to Debo, Kyle. Let him have it. They can't stop him. They couldn't stop him last time, and I'll bet they can't stop him this time. Let's see him carry up to the other side and win this game.
And Ronbo, did you hear what Jed York said?
I know.
He said that No, not even that. He said that Kyle told him before the season started a while when it was Brock's rookie year, and he told him that Brock was the best quarterback on the team.
I know.
I hear that, and I heard that, and I'm thinking, maybe Kyle got Trey Lance hurt on purpose running that quarterback power.
Hey,
because it was the second, because he hadn't ran quarterback power since then. So that it's not a staple of his offense. So he's probably running quarterback power. It's like, I can't wait to get him hurt so I can put the real quarterback I want out there.
Big O, he did that to him last year before Brock even showed up. I don't know what was going on between Kyle and Trey, but it's got to be a long story. I don't get it.
No, Brock was on the team when Trey Lance got hurt.
No, the first year. When they didn't get drafted the same season. Brock came a year later.
No. That's what I'm saying. After he realized that Brock was the best player quarterback on the team, that's when he came up with a plan of, I got to get him hurt because I just can't bench him because the fans will say something. So I got to come up with a plan to get him hurt. So let's just run quarterback power. Even though the quarterback power is not a staple of the West Coast offense at all.
Not at all. I think, you know what, though? That's what Trey did that very good at Iowa. North Dakota? Trey was good at that at North Dakota. He really was. I think Kyle was trying to find a comfort zone for him, maybe. I do not believe he'd be so vindictive and evil as to try to hurt that kid. I just really can't wrap myself around that. He doesn't seem like that kind of person. Because if you wanted to just bench him, you just bench him. You don't have to get him hurt, So, and what I really enjoyed was Jed's comeback. Brock went in and just really screwed up that day, that year. And Jed said, I made some jokes about later. Okay, that's the guy you're talking about, huh? He said, I said, Jed making funnies out of it. It's hilarious. So, so I don't know.
Right.
Well, we got it. We got it now.
Oh, yes. Well, I'm definitely looking forward to the game next Sunday. I think it's going to be a good one, even though I don't want to be a good. I want a blowout. I think it's time for another blowout for us. So I think we deserve it.
Oh, God, I don't want to be going through like what we went through the last 2 weeks.
Right. Leave the blood pressure medicine in the cabinet.
I had us losing both those games. I had us losing against Green Bay, and I definitely had us beat against the Lions. I said, oh, we got away with that last week. We ain't getting away with it this week. And look what they did, Big O.
Right.
Oh.
Like I said, they came out swinging in that second half, and I mean, like I said, the little ladybug, I'm sure, had something to do with it. But hey, we take it out we can.
We'll take whatever.
In the playoffs, all that matters is a win. So whether it's a lucky win or
whatever kind of win, we'll take it. Big O,
right.
I'll be back tomorrow, fam, and let's do this some more.
Yes, sir.
Ain't talked to you in a long time. Good to hear from you too.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it, Ronbo.
Thanks, Big O. Good night, fam.
All righty.
All right. Hey, Steven? Steven.
Oh, hey, Ronbo.
Yeah.
Hey, how's it going?
This is not the. Oh, I saw the name Steven. It's not the Steven I remember. Steven, come on in. How's it going?
Oh.
It's going great, man. We're going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, thanks. I've been waiting here for hours, but we're here.
I just realized I've not talked to you in about a year.
Oh no, I'm new. I'm new.
Your voice sounds familiar. Okay, so that's why I got you confused. I see the name, Steven. Well, nice to meet you. What are you thinking, fam? I mean, we're going to the Super Bowl with a defense that's going to make us scare the bejesus out of us in the first quarter. Are they going to do that again? Because I don't know how many times we could take that. They did it against Green Bay. They did it against the Lions. Now, they start first quarter, and the 49ers are in familiar territory, as they have been for the playoffs, down 21-3. And hey, listen, don't count the 49ers. I can see the guys in the booth. Don't count the 49ers out. They've been down here before. No, not against the Chiefs. So, Steven, I'm a little worried. What are you thinking?
Well, first I want to shout out the chat. Hey, Ronbo chat. Let's go. We're going to Super Bowl. Let's go.
Just don't make a mess of it. We got to get there and do something with it.
Yeah. I'm kind of nervous, because we haven't been playing in good with Detroit and Green Bay. Our defense, I don't know. I saw some highlights, and we couldn't stop the run in the first half, like last week. Remember?
Yep. Just did anything they wanted to do.
And
Gibbs
and
Jones over in Green Bay. They want to run the ball, just run it. 49ers will do nothing about it.
Yeah, and I remember in 2019, it wasn't like that when we got to that Super Bowl.
Right?
Well,
we stopped the run. We were tough defense.
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah.
D'Amico left and Robert Sala.
Yeah, but Steve Wilks, after that second half, everything just changed in a minute.
That's true, though. We got to give Wilks credit on that, don't we?
Yeah.
If we can talk about Wilks in the first half, we got to give him praise for the second half.
Yeah. These Chiefs,
Oh.
I don't like them. I don't like them.
They keep pulling rabbits out of their hat. How did they win those games? They lost both of them and they kept winning. That's scary.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we did the same thing now.
The Chiefs, they played Buffalo and that was a close game, but the Chiefs just won, and then they beat Baltimore. Baltimore just fell apart in the second half after. And now the Chiefs they're in the Super Bowl. They're gonna play us, and
they do it.
Our defense needs to step up, because if they don't step up, let's go home.
See, I wanted the Ravens. I really did not want anything to do with the Chiefs. There's something about that team that's really not. It's not natural. How are you gonna beat a team with just Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes? How do you do that?
Yeah. But hey, Ronbo, they don't have Tyreek Hill no more. Remember?
I know, right? I feel good about that.
That's good. Yeah. Oh, by the way, just want to say, when you were watching the Lions game, when Ayuk caught the catch, I saw your face. You were like, "Oh my god!" I was laughing.
Because you know what? We'll never see that again. That happens once in a lifetime. Helmet bounces off the defender's head, and the receiver's got the wherewithal to keep his eye on the ball. He dives and makes the catch. And had that dude not grabbed his leg, you could have picked that ball up into the end zone. What are the odds? You can't calculate that, fam. Steven, you can get 1,000,000,000 to 1 odds. There's no way that's gonna happen.
No.
Wow. So that's just one of those things.
NFL. And I don't know if you saw today, like Nick Bosa, he said like what do you think of the offensive line of the Chiefs tonight? He said like they hold a lot, and I was like, oh well, yeah, I guess. I mean that can. I hope that doesn't happen, but it could happen, in next
Steven,
week.
I'm glad he did that. That was a preemptive strike because Roger Goodell was sitting there watching. Now, why is he saying that? Give me blah 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 on the phone. I want to talk. Listen, guys, we're gonna call this game close this week. Are we? Are we not? Yeah, I don't need Nick Bosa running around embarrassing the entire NFL because of the fact that we're making bad calls. And this is not the first time I've heard about Bosa not getting calls, guys. Let's keep an eye on that this week. Wouldn't it be great if there was honesty in the front office in New York like that? Because this is not the first time. Nick Bosa's been held by a number of teams.
That's
we even
true.
got held this year too.
Yeah.
I think the league worries about Bosa taking over games, but they let J.J. Watt take over big games. So I don't not what's not JJ, what's his brother's name? AJ? KJ.
Oh, Joey, I think.
No. I mean the Watt brothers.
Oh, TJ.
TJ. They let TJ take over games?
Yeah.
He does it all the time.
Yeah.
But not Nick.
No.
Anyway.
What do you think, Ronbo? Are you nervous for the game?
Terribly. This is the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
We got to run out of time here, fam. I'm going to see you tomorrow. Good to hear from you, Steven. I'll meet you.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll be back tomorrow.
Okay. I'll be there, Ronbo.
All right, fam.
All right,
Mike.
Thanks, Ronbo. Good night.
Thank you. And let's go check out on Mike. Mike. Come on in, Mike. It is late, huh? We got people up here late hours. Tony, ATLC. Tony loves the football too. Tony stays up all night every night talking football. Anyway, Tony.
Ronbo. Good evening.
Tony. Good evening. Ah, man. And your teams were mentioned earlier tonight. It's funny, Tony. You will always be connected at the hip because of the inferences made about Kyle Shanahan that the dots connect directly to his trail from wherever, Cleveland, Texas, and to Atlanta, where he finally got it done and managed to fail. And as I said, that wasn't Shanahan's offense as much as was the defense. But then I said that defense was young that year. And they had held that team to 3 points for 3.5 quarters. You can't really pick on them. That was just one of those bizarre things where you do have to circle back to Kyle, run the ball, Kyle. And Kyle, in this particular position right here, kicked a field goal, Kyle, and let this game be over. So Kyle kept fiddling around until finally I had to sit there and get mad about Lombardi. Was that number 6? Yeah, that was number 6 for Brady and the Patriots.
Julio, that was number 5. That was
fun.
Julio's great catch, Ronbo. Julio's great catch.
Yeah. Oh, they
got number 6 against the Rams.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Still mad at the Rams about that.
3 points.
God.
Yeah, but Julio's great catch. That was one of the greatest catches in Super Bowl history. That should have been the gateway to a world championship. 1st and 10 at the 22. Run the ball, Kyle. First down he did. We lost a yard. Okay, the clock is running. It's under 4 minutes left. We don't care about the clock running. 2nd down.
Please run. Yeah.
I keep hating to talk about this. Why are we in the shotgun on 2nd down and 11? Run the ball. 3rd down. Run the ball. Like I said, if we don't gain a yard, we get 3 points.
That's not an advantageous setup to be in a shotgun. You know what? What I find interesting, though, is the fact that Kyle, he knows these things. What in the world is he thinking? I really was. And Tony, if we sat him down and he was nice enough to explain to us what he was doing, we would come out of that room feeling like a chastised child, to both of us, because whatever he was thinking, we weren't in that space. And then he'll make it make sense. I just know it. He's one of those kind of guys. If you had a coach that you questioned before, and they sit you down, I'll tell you what, Ronbo, let me explain it to you this way. Now, come here, look at the clipboard. Now watch this. I'm going to show you, because I was one of those kids that always argued about certain things, and I thought we could have been better if we'd have done this and this. And I'm talking to a grown-ass man at the time. But if you're playing the game and you're on the field, you see things I don't think the coach sees, right? So, yeah.
Well, it happened to you guys. It happened to you guys 3 years later. 1st and 10, Raheem Mostert, 8 yards on that second to the last drive. 2nd down, y'all in the shotgun, incomplete. 3rd down, incomplete, y'all punt. And then Kansas City goes on their run. Mostert was killing Kansas City.
And do you know
Run the ball, Kyle.
And Mostert talked to him about that, I think last year. Mostert said something about that. Mostert's still pissed off about that. And, well, he should be.
Yeah. Y'all had them.
They couldn't do a thing with Debo. If you want to just keep doing, let them swing passes continue to Debo, and let him get out there and laugh as the Chiefs try to stop him. I'm gonna throw the ball downfield.
It was less than 7 minutes and 30 seconds left in the game when Mostert got those 8 yards on 1st down, Ronbo. And y'all was up 20-10 still.
I know. And we had to give up a 10-point lead with that much time left on the clock all year long.
And it's just snowballed. So, but yeah, Ronbo, and today you heard about Seattle hired Mike McDonald, the Baltimore defensive coordinator. I don't know much about him as their head coach.
He's the Ravens DC? I thought I saw him on the side. I was watching the Ravens game again yesterday because I was watching the Chiefs. And I said, that guy looks like that dude the Chiefs, the Hawks hired. Who is he, Tony?
And I don't know much about him. I don't know much about him at all, Mike McDonald. But in other news, did you hear about how Ben Johnson screwed the Washington Commanders? He changed his mind. He was supposed to be head coach.
You're right, yeah. And so now
that was messed up.
Well, guess who else
Washington
did that?
hired
McDaniel did
who
that
else
too.
did
To what team?
Yeah, he did. He did.
Yeah, he waited Detroit. He did that to the and Detroit better be glad they did too. But
yeah. Washington's new head coach hired today, Dan Quinn, who I thought was going to Seattle, our former head coach.
Everybody thought so. I knew it was a done deal. You know what? The Hawks are looking to play defense and run the ball. They want the same kind of guy as Pete Carroll, but younger. You know?
What are they going to do about their quarterback situation?
I wonder. I was talking to a Hawks fan online. He wouldn't answer me. I said, "Hey, is Gino going to continue to be the quarterback?"
He said he wouldn't answer you.
Oh, he wouldn't. I'm still waiting. That was 2-3 days ago. This is when he first got hired. Y'all, who was this guy? I says, "Look, hey, listen, you guys think is Gino going to continue to be a quarterback? You think he's going to draft his own quarterback?" No answer. One thing about
they're going to have to trade up.
You know, one thing about Hawks fans and Rams fans love to talk about, y'all ain't won nothing in 30 years. Okay, but y'all in 30 years, we still ahead of you by how many trophies? Why haven't you closed the gap and caught up then? Rudy, none of them will answer. You'll never get
It's funny because Chrissy Jim Kim Everett, or is it him? Yeah, Chrissy Jim Kim Everett talking about we begging for Rams coaches. I said, I called him a name.
He's special.
I said, if you're talking about Raheem Morris, Chrissy Jim Kim, Raheem Morris was on the Falcons coaching staff from 2015 to 2020, and he was our interim coach for the last 7 games in 2020 after we fired Dan Quinn, knucklehead. He was with us before he was with y'all.
Rams fans,
knucklehead.
They don't know nothing. That's why they're always talking like they talk, and you're almost you're almost in shock of some of the statements they made. Ready to Go was amazing because I've seen a lot of people that don't know what the hell they're talking about, but Ready to Go could get an award. Because when he came in that day, that dude was, who was that he was talking about? It made me laugh so hard. But the dude came up with one thing after another that was absolutely wrong. And he stuck by it until people came and attacked him. So what is wrong with this dude, man?
It was like you said, Ronbo. It's gonna be like a comedy skit or comedy show come draft night when the Rams screw up the draft like they always do. You know it's gonna happen.
You know they're gonna trade them picks. F them picks is back next year. Watch, because hey Tony, let's do it right now. Who's available now that you would think the Rams would be most interested in that they'll F them picks and give them all up? Because what do they need the most
in the draft? I don't know.
Free agency. Free agency's coming up first. They'll screw up in the free agency part first. Because according to Rudy,
Derrick Henry's a free agent, Ronbo.
Who?
Derrick Henry's going to be a free agent.
There you go.
Kirk Cousins.
No, but they like Kieran.
I tell you one guy
he's cheaper.
I want AJ Epinesa, the defensive end from Buffalo. He's going to be a free agent. I wanted us to draft him.
Okay, well you can't trade. He's going to be free agent. I'm talking about the Rams are going to try to get somebody, and they're going to throw a trade in it. We'll give you our second, third, and first from tomorrow next year if you'll give us, and they haven't learned anything. It'll take 2 or 3 years to do that again. But they'd rather do that than intelligently go to the draft, scout out personnel, raise them up, homegrown, and that way as they grow, they're learning, you're winning. When the salary time comes, the timing is such that you might be able to re-sign them. They don't think like that. They think you can still buy another Super Bowl. I guarantee you, FDM Picks is coming up as soon as the free agency period comes up. But I'm wondering, who's it going to be?
And don't forget what Seattle did last year. They gave up their future in the farm to trade Russell Wilson. Well, actually, they got over. It was Denver that gave up the future, and now Russell Wilson's going to get cut. Can we see Russell Wilson back in Seattle?
Yeah.
No, I doubt it.
And also Detroit got fat off the Stafford thing. So those picks they had to do to back Stafford, and just like the Hawks got the picks they got because of Denver. That was just, why do people continue to do that? It normally fails.
Yeah.
Let's keep doing it.
I don't get it. I don't get it. Just like when New Orleans years ago traded their whole draft for Ricky Williams, the right to get Ricky Williams.
People should learn from that. Don't.
I don't get it.
I tell you, the only reason why we got CMC is because we were concerned about the Rams picking up CMC. That we didn't need.
Mm-hmm.
So, he's in the right place. CMC's delighted to be where he is. So we could be all right.
I just hope Derrick Henry don't go to the Cowboys. That'll piss me off.
Oh.
I hope he don't go there.
Yo.
I wouldn't like that at all.
Wait, Tony.
It could happen.
Yeah. Because what's his name? What's their running back? He's not
Pollard.
Yeah, Pollard is not. They can do better, and they know
every
they can.
down guy. Yeah. Oh, Ronbo. Also in news a couple days ago on Twitter, I saw the Twitter. What's his name? CD Lamb. He said, and they showed the words, Dak Prescott ain't it.
Ooh.
Neither one of them are it, as far as I'm concerned. CD said it on Twitter.
CD Lamb? I got to go find that. I got to repost that emoji.
It's on there.
And laugh emoji that to death.
He said his exact words is Dak Prescott is not that guy.
Oh, and last year, the Mr. All-World linebacker was saying things such as he just didn't mention Dak by name. But he said, well, we did our job. What does that mean?
They mentioned something that you and I have been knowing for years.
Overrated!
Yes, sir.
Oh!
Yes, sir.
Anyway,
yes,
Tony,
sir.
I'm going to be back tomorrow. Let's see what happens between now and about more fun stuff.
Always a pleasure, Ronbo. And I can't believe Dan Quinn's at Washington, man. Now they crying about Bieniemy. Bieniemy's never going to get a head coaching job. It's not going to happen.
That's so wrong. Anyway.
Yeah.
Too bad he didn't coach defense. We get him over my DC until he could get it. And you always get offers as a 49er DC because the talent involved, and people make that mistake in thinking, anybody, man, look at that defense. Okay, but you know what? That defense is also almost running on its own. It just needs a little bit of guidance. Because them veterans over there, man, a house full. But we're seeing now.
And expect the Arizona Cardinals at pick 4, Ronbo, to take Marvin Harrison Jr. out of Ohio State, the top receiver in the draft. You'll be seeing him twice a year.
I even know about him. Damn it. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Ooh,
but
right.
Marvin Harrison Jr. at pick number 4, so we ain't going to be able to get pick 4, but
So Rams, trade up all your picks and get. No, I don't want to be in Rams. What are we talking about? Raven? No. Oh, I know. Patriots. You need Marvin. Y'all ain't got no receivers. I'm playing, but they really do need to make that move. Patriots.
Well, they pick second. They're gonna pick a quarterback. They got the second.
Wow, this is getting exciting, isn't it? Tony, let me go off and tell you. I'll see you tomorrow. All right. I love talking about this stuff. It's that time of year anyway. All right. See you tomorrow, Tony.
Yes, sir.
All right.
I'll see you tomorrow. Shout out to you. Shout out to production. And shout out to the Niner Empire. And all those people that's dogging Brock Purdy, they're going to eat crow February 11th. Man, I can't wait.
Oh, that's going to be a beautiful day. All right, Tony. Have a great evening.
Take care, sir.
Thank you.
You too.
Hey, we go back and check on Mike. Hey, Mike. Was that Mike? Mike. Calling Mike. Calling Mike. I think that's it for Mike. And fam, I'm gonna go ahead and I know what you're thinking, Ronbo. Don't make no promises, man. I'm telling you right now, I will be back tomorrow, and I gotta finish writing these tunes. I always start them out and I can't finish them. Tomorrow is another day for us to play. We gotta wait another week. Oh, it's making me weak. So that's the same word. I can't do that. Okay. Anyway, fam, thanks for the contribution. And thank you, fam, for the likes. I love those likes. And please don't forget to subscribe so we can find you, get those notifications so you can join us again and call in. We look forward to hearing from you. I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, Ray Jr., it's my birthday. Ray, I would have done that a long time ago. I seen you in earlier. It's that time again. Happy birthday to Ray Jr. Been on the chat, and we've been connected for such a long time. Oh, Ray, happy birthday. And not only happy birthday, but happy birthday to you. Hey, Ray, happy birthday, fam. I appreciate you, man. Yeah, Ray and I have been battling demons down through the years and everything else on this chat. I ain't gonna say no names because it's history, but it's okay. All right, fam. See you tomorrow. Oh, wait. Niners! Any excuse for me to make that noise.